Joe Rogan Podcast. Check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
Cheryl,
Joe,
so good to see you.
it's really good to see you.
What's happening?
Everything?
Are you good? You all right?
Yeah,
Everything
I am.
good?
I'm good now.
Yeah. Woo.
Woo! It's been a few years.
I thought about
chaos.
you the moment Bobby said he was going to run for president. You were the first thing I thought of.
Thank you.
Because I'm a huge fan of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Thank
I thought you were amazing
Oh, thanks.
on that show.
Thank you.
It's such a good show.
Thank
It's
you.
maybe one of the greatest comedy shows of all time.
Thank
you. I was like, she's not built for this.
Turns out I'm not built for this.
Nobody is.
No, it's
Trump is the only
insane.
person I've ever met that somehow or another survives it and seems exactly the same. But most people who are attacked like that, it's just like it is a natural human instinct when you are rejected by your tribe to feel terrified and filled with anxiety. But that's why people do it. And that's what encourages groupthink.
Yeah.
Because you're terrified and you wind up agreeing to things that are fucking insane.
Yeah.
Because you don't even know what you're agreeing to. You just don't want to be rejected by your tribe.
Yeah.
And this is how they keep people involved in these, where ideologies eventually become cults.
Yes.
And I think you could make a really good argument at both the right and the left that in a certain section of each one of these political parties, it's a cult.
Yes, because most of us are sort of in the center.
Yes.
Right? And then you have the 10% on this side, the 10% on this side that are so extreme and loud, and they keep everybody fired up. And it is cult-like.
Right. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird to watch intelligent people get captured in it. I was just watching this video with Bill Maher, and Bill Maher had Adam Carolla on. And Bill Maher was talking about how Jimmy Kimmel won't talk to him anymore. Like they have this spat because of politics. Bill Maher is very much a left-wing person.
Yeah.
He has been his whole life. He has not changed his opinions at all.
Yeah.
But he's always been very reasonable and willing to criticize the left as well as the right.
Yes.
And I don't know if it was because he had dinner with Trump and he met with
Probably.
him, which is just crazy. You're not
I
supposed
know.
to talk to people that are the president of the United States.
It is crazy. I know. I was just talking to Bill Maher, and we were talking about this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he was like, you said exactly what you said.
It's
I
kooky.
sat down and had dinner with the president, and people went insane. Yeah, and so people, listen, I know that feeling because even when Bobby started running for president, even when he started running as a Democrat, people were angry.
Well, they're just
Democrats were angry.
they're just mean. Like when it comes to politics, people just get so mean. It's like these are not the type of people you ever want in any position of power. People, the least charitable, most vicious people. The moment you are running against them in a political party, they will pull out all the stops, take things out of context, lie about you.
Yes. Even if even if you're in their party, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. 100%.
Which was challenging because like Hollywood is competitive and it's hard, and you are you're hustling, you're working really hard, but you're not trying to tear other people down.
Right.
So politics, as soon as he said, I'm sorry. Before that, people were coming after him.
They were always coming after him.
They were always coming after him. But it kicked up a notch when he decided to run for president.
Oh, big notch, I'm sure. Yeah.
And it was just, and it's just weird, and there was like a feeling of doom for me.
Yeah.
Bobby's tough. He's so friggin' tough. Like,
Well, they've been coming after him for like 20 years.
yeah.
So
yeah.
he's just developed a rhino skin.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to make it.
A good indication how they come after each other rather, is during the debate with Kamala and Biden. When Kamala was accusing Biden of, at the very least, sexual assault, right? Like this.
Yeah, the sort of creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It seemed like she was accusing him of sexual assault. And then when they confronted her on it, she's like, it was a debate. That's literally what she said.
That is the really strange thing about politics that I'm still getting used to, is they will viciously attack each other. And then a minute later in the hallway, it's like, hey, how's it going? And I'm still in shock, I'm still angry about what just happened in there. And they're already over it. And they're already like, yeah, that's politics. That's what we do.
Did you ever see the debates with Mitt Romney and Barack Obama?
I'm sure I did, but
Jamie, see if you can pull some of that up. God, why can't we go back to that? Like,
was it like civilized?
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
For Mitt Romney, Mitt Romney's like, he's Mormon, like super religious guy, never swears, probably doesn't do anything, right?
Yeah.
So he's like super polite.
Yes.
And then Barack Obama, because, they're matching each other's energy. He was very
Yes.
polite too.
Yes.
They disagreed on many things, but they were talking about what they wanted to do.
Right.
Not how this guy's a piece of shit and they've been stealing and robbing and this and that. And
Or how they look. It's turned into
Trump.
that. Where
That's Trump, which is crazy when you look like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like the guy makes fun of his own hair. Like he makes fun of his comb over. It's like, but here it is.
Governor Romney and the University of Denver for your hospitality.
The only person on this stage is a convicted felon, this man I'm looking at.
Okay, this is just a comparison between that was the Biden ones with Trump were the worst because they were trying to match Trump's energy.
Well, they didn't know how to debate him.
Yeah,
that's what
I think
he
the
does
way,
well.
If you wanted to diffuse that, what you would say is like, this is not productive for anybody.
Right.
Like if you want to have like a completely separate conversation about who's a bigger piece of shit, and you want to do a podcast, and you and me talk about how I think you're a piece of shit, you think I'm a piece of shit. That's one thing. But you have X amount of time to say how you're going to run the country. And what you think is wrong with the policies.
Yeah.
What you think is wrong with where we're spending money.
Yeah.
What you think was all the above.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yes.
And the idea that you can't win that way is crazy.
It is crazy.
It's crazy.
And it's really weird, too, that a lot, some not all, politicians really work on, I got to get a catchphrase in there.
Well, Trump's really good at that. Like he names people, Crooked Hillary, Sleepy Joe. It works. It works.
It did work. I mean, because people get so thrown off, they don't know how to respond. Like you said, that's what they should say, but they just get so thrown off that it's just paralyzing.
Well, at least in this day and age, there's a method through social media for you to respond. If something you think is inaccurate or whatever, you can respond. But there was a time where there was nothing.
Yeah.
And whatever political party was in power, they controlled everything. They controlled all the news stories about you. They controlled everything. There's a great story with Hunter S. Thompson, and Ed Muskie's running for president, and Hunter S. Thompson makes this crazy rumor about how he's addicted to Ibogaine, and he has a Brazilian witch doctor who comes in and treats him. And this guy literally cracks on the campaign trail because Hunter S. Thompson made up this crazy story about him. And this guy, you see him having nervous breakdowns on the campaign trail. Like his subsequent speeches are all like nuts, and he falls off.
Yeah.
But he was like a front runner at one point in time. Or at least he was very competitive, and it just...
Yeah.
they killed him.
Well, it's the power of words.
Yes.
Which, by the way, when Bobby decided to run and and I talk about this in my book, Unscripted, but when he came on your podcast was a game changer, right? Because everything that you're saying, it is true. And the press was going hard. They still do. They were going hard at Bobby, like he's this, he's that. Here's what he thinks. Here's what he, represents. And then he came on your podcast, and you guys had a conversation.
Yeah.
And you're curious, and you're a great listener, and you're not judgmental. And people heard what Bobby had to say. And it changed everything for him.
Well, I think it helped also that I knew who he was. I read his book, and I had also had negative opinions of him before I actually read what he said.
Interesting.
Yeah. No.
What were your opinions?
Before the
productive
pandemic, I was firmly on the side of science. I was much more of a left-wing leaning person. I just assumed these people running universities, these academics, whatever they said was accurate. Everybody else was a fool, and they believed in snake oil and witchcraft. Right? This is what I thought.
Okay.
And then during the pandemic, I was like, okay, these experts are clearly lying. I know they're lying because they're literally lying about me, right? So,
which was crazy. So
Crazy
when
to
you're
watch.
in it, and you know
Yeah.
who you are, and you know how you're feeling and what your body is doing, and other people, news outlets are saying, that's not true. It's got to feel so weird.
Well, it felt really weird because they weren't addressing the fact that I was healthy. That was crazy. So you're talking about this massive pandemic, and you've got this guy in his 50s. You know, I'm supposed to be a vulnerable person, and I'm in my 50s, and I got over it in a couple of days, and I'm telling everybody how I did it, and
Right.
they're saying that I'm some quack who's taking
Right.
veterinary medicine.
Right.
Which is just a flat out lie, but it was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird to watch. It didn't give me anxiety. It made me laugh a lot. I
Yeah.
laughed a lot.
Yeah.
Because fortunately, during this entire time period, I was doing stand-up and hanging out with comedians. We all thought it was so funny. Like, bro, CNN is so full of shit. This
It
is crazy.
See, and
I never would have believed it.
Yeah, and you have this outlet, and you were able to talk about it,
Right.
and tell
Luckily.
people. So it's
Luckily.
like
They
luckily.
weren't picking. They thought they were picking on me because they
Yeah.
thought they were the bully. But during the whole exchange, they went, "Oh my God, this thing's way bigger than we thought it was."
Yeah.
So my show was like 10 times more listeners and viewers than their show, which is
Right.
crazy. Because all I can do is come on here and go, "Are you fucking out of you? Do I need to sue you people? You guys are cracked."
It is crazy.
It's crazy.
so you saw things firsthand
Yeah.
that you hadn't experienced before.
Yeah. And then when I read Bobby's book, one of the things that I knew about Bobby before
The Fauci book, or
Yes, the real Anthony Fauci,
Yeah.
which was just, I would read it, I would listen to it on audio tape in the sauna. So I'm sitting there cooking at 196 degrees, well, you're already kind of freaking out.
already
because
yeah,
you
you're
can only
already
stay
mad
in there
'cause you're
so
hot.
long before you die.
Yeah.
You know, that's the whole key of the sauna. Like,
Okay.
you get it way before you're going to die. That's when you get out. But if you stayed in there for a few hours, you're a dead man. And so I'm kind of freaking out already. And I'm like, this is the nuttiest story of one guy and his cohorts who have been doing this kind of shit. The same shit they were doing during the pandemic, suppressing other medication, promoting something that they had that they were going to make a massive profit off of, gaslighting people, lying about the data, lying about. This is the thing they did during the AIDS crisis. And
yeah.
Yeah.
And
So-
there are footnote after footnote,
Yes.
reference after reference.
Exactly.
Saying here's this, here's that. I'm not making this
no
up.
lawsuits. No one's
No
tried to sue him.
lawsuits.
And this is one thing I keep bringing up. If that was lies, people they would document how it's not true. They would
Yeah.
show the actual paperwork. They would show
Yeah.
the actual data. This is how it's not. No, it's all true. Which is, you go, well, how do I not know this? And
Right.
what kind of irresponsible journalism do we have in this country where this has happened, and it takes this one guy to publish this book before people start talking about it?
Yeah.
I also knew his work as an environmental attorney. And
Right.
I think that's a very important thing for people to realize. Like,
Yes.
what he did was essentially help clean up the East River. And if
Yeah.
it wasn't for him and his work, that would still be probably a polluted shithole unless somebody else came along and stopped these corporations from polluting the river and then forced them to clean it up.
Right.
That's
Right.
gigantic.
And by the way, when people talk about Bobby and they want to paint him as somebody who is trying to hurt people or
Right.
kill people or whatever that sounds like or looks like, when you look at his career and who he is and what he's accomplished, yeah, he spent a lot of time suing huge corporations because they're polluting waterways, because it's hurting people, killing people, giving people cancer. So why would he spend all of his life fighting for people, fighting for individuals, and then suddenly change and want to really hurt a lot of people? It just doesn't track. It doesn't make sense at all.
Well, the whole thing came about because of vaccines and his questioning of the vaccine narrative, which is now way more mainstream. Because I, like many people, said the scientists must be correct. Everybody else is a kook. You got to get your vaccines. You got to do whatever you have to do. But I was also pretty aware of, I had a friend who had a child that they vaccinated him, and when they vaccinated him, he stopped responding, and he never responded again.
Yeah.
He became nonverbal autistic for his whole life.
Yeah.
And he firmly believed it was because of the child's reaction to the vaccines. That's a taboo to bring up. When you bring that up, people immediately back off. They get scared. They get nervous. I firmly believe that when you have this sort of a visceral reaction to any sort of a subject like that, without a rational examining of What is objective truth?
Right.
When you have that visceral reaction, something's happened. You've been
Right.
co-opted. There's a thought in your head that you can't question this, or you'll be ostracized. You'll be
Right.
cast out of the crew, the tribe. You're out.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what
Yeah.
everyone's afraid of.
Because that is what happens
Exactly.
as we've seen. But to that point, as a mother, it's so frustrating to hear parents say, "This is my experience. This is the experience I had with my own child. I'm with this child every day. After the vaccine, there was a change. This is what
Yeah.
this is my experience." And for people to get mad at them for even, like you're saying, talking about it. Mm-hmm. They're not allowed to talk about the experience they had or
crazy.
ask why it happened or, let people talk to each other to see if they have shared experiences that can lead us to something better.
Right.
It's crazy.
It's crazy, and it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be accepted. We shouldn't communicate like that. It's not smart. We've been lied to so many times. I mean, why would you just assume that stopped, that has ended? If you just go back and think about all the different things that both the government and, of course, pharmaceutical drug companies have lied about, or at least
know.
been wrong about. Like
Right.
the amount of drugs that they had to pull, it's substantial. It's a giant chunk.
Well, that's the question. So we understand and accept that there have been drugs out there that everybody thought were good, were helpful. And then 10 years later, 20 years later, the companies, scientists, whomever realize, oh, actually, they're doing more harm than
What
good.
about thalidomide? Like what it did with birth defects in children.
It's
It's
what?
crazy. They used to prescribe that to mothers.
Well, it's even like getting X-rayed.
Yeah.
They used to have mothers, that were pregnant, X-rayed to see how the baby was doing for a long time.
It would be cool if it gave the baby superpowers, but it never does. It only happens in the science.
Yeah, that never works out on
only
the
in
good
comic
way.
books and
Yeah.
science fiction.
Yeah.
If you're feeling a little off, it's okay. It's February. Everybody feels a little off in February. It's darker. It's colder. You probably already gave up on some New Year's resolutions. But you don't have to wait till spring to get yourself right again. It all starts with making small changes to your routine, and one of those is AG1. It's not some big dramatic reset. It's one small thing that you could do every morning to keep consistent when everything else is chaos. One scoop, done. AG1 can help support your energy, your gut health, and can support you through the darker evenings. It gives that foundational support from morning to night, and it all comes down to getting your daily nutrition. There's more than 75 ingredients, including antioxidants, minerals, probiotics, and functional mushrooms to support your immune health and overall health. And this is the time of year when it can really help. If you want to check it out, go to drinkag1.com/Rogan and you'll get 3 AG1 travel packs, vitamin D3 plus K2, and other gifts free in your welcome kit with your first subscription. That's drinkag1.com/Rogan.
Yeah. Yeah. It's intense.
Do you ever see those images of what happened to the women that used to work in those x-ray offices? So every day they used to have to turn on the x-ray machine. They would x-ray their hand to make sure that it would work.
Oh, no, I don't
and they
know.
all got like hand cancer. Oh, it's horrible.
right?
It's weird because they have one hand that looks normal and one hand that looks like a wicked witch hand.
Right. So
See if you can find some of those. It's very strict because we didn't know any better.
Right, because we didn't.
we didn't know any
Nobody
better.
was out to
Yeah.
kill anybody,
No.
to murder, to do harm, but it was doing harm.
Yes.
So let's take a step back,
Exactly.
readjust, and do something different.
Well, the extreme amount of money that pharmaceutical drug companies have put into making sure that they're in control of the narrative, or at least they're influencing the narrative. It's like, this is this lady.
Wow,
Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
And that's just from x-raying your hand.
So they would use it to calibrate the machine every day.
Oh, my God.
They would test their hand first.
That lady cooked her hand. Isn't that awful? Ooh, it's so spooky.
That's really crazy.
Yikes.
What are the? You're not going to have the answer to this, but
I might.
what are the things that we have to go through in the airport? What
Oh,
if
the
you
TSA?
travel? Yeah.
No,
You're
that's
okay with that?
radio. Yeah, that's like a radio frequency, right? What is that? let's pull that up. I do not think that that's dangerous, but look, there's a lot of people that think Wi-Fi is dangerous. There's a lot of people that think that 5G is dangerous. They think that EMF from even electric cars is dangerous. There's people telling you shouldn't have earbuds in your ears. You should only listen with a cord or speaker if you can.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense. You've got things going directly into your head, to your brain.
Yeah. It's probably not the best thing for you, but I mean, it's like how many
cannot
people
be.
are wearing AirPods and how little damage is it actually doing? That's the question. It's like, what is the real issue? Most TSA body scanners use millimeter wave radio waves.
Okay.
So not X-rays, and do not add to your ionizing radiation exposure. So it's not X-ray based, right? It's radio wave, but what is it? Is it dangerous? How does the dose compare to a flight? What is that? X-ray scanners. That's just scanners. Is there any just look
blind
at
faith that this is okay.
Follow up. Millimeter wave scanner radiation. Is it dangerous? Is there any dangerous aspects of it? Health and radiation protection agencies note that doses from older backscatter X-ray scanners were extremely low. Yeah, whatever. Meanwhile, they fucking don't go anywhere near it when they turn it on, right?
Exactly.
When you go to the dentist's office, they hide behind a brick wall.
No, they go into the other room, and you're like, "What?"
They're in a
this
fucking
thing is
bunker.
like right next to my head.
I know, and they make you wear like a lead vest over your body.
Yeah, it's
weird.
intense. I mean,
do they still do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I haven't got one of those with the lead vest in a while.
No, and you're right. They go into the other room, and they're like, "Don't move." And you're just sitting there with a,
If there's any
thing on your
worries
head.
anyone should have about these body scanners, let's
I mean,
see.
I don't want to. I'm not causing any outrage here. I'm just curious.
Yeah, it's
Because
curious.
I was just flying.
I don't
I was
think
like, is
the
this
TSA ones are dangerous.
Okay,
Major
let's
health
say that.
agencies did not see any proven health risk at the levels used, but people still raise a few practical concerns. So millimeter wave scanners use low-power, non-ionizing radio waves, and studies and reviews have not found harmful effects at the power levels used in airport screening. Sensitive groups analysis that modeled risk for children, pregnant people. What? Why does it say pregnant people? Which kind of people can get pregnant? Do you think, hey AI, hey super genius, you think maybe it's women, you fucking asshole? And frequent flyers have still found that low added risk from backscatter scanners, far below routine medical X-rays or even the radiation from flying itself. Well, that is a thing too.
Oh, right, radiation in the plane.
Flying when you're flying.
I mean, there's so many things. Isn't it just
Why
like
do you? Let's Google that.
we're all going down.
Put that into perplexity, please. What is? Why is
Flying.
Why does that give you radiation? Is it because you're closer to the sun? Like, what is it?
Well, I
You're
think it's all
less
the stuff that's
protection.
Yes.
Yeah, is that what it is?
Yes.
Is that all it is?
Yeah, mostly. I mean,
You're up high,
Yeah, there's not a lot of stuff to diffuse it.
less air,
Also,
right?
something I saw someone bring up recently too, having those screens right behind your head because there's one in
Oh
every
yeah.
headrest, like
Oh, that's
it's
got to be bad for you.
millimeters away from your head.
Well, Wi-Fi on the plane, it's like just bouncing around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Wi-Fi. Well, they used to
listen,
be able to smoke.
which is crazy. I was just the plane that I was on had the no smoking sign, and it's
Whoa,
never
I
a
would
good.
feel super uncomfortable getting on that plane. That
It's
plane,
not a good
that's an
feeling.
old-ass plane.
Yeah, when you're like, okay,
How
thank
old's
you.
this fucking plane?
It
They
was
used to
old.
have little ashtrays. Remember those?
Yes.
In the seats?
And that's really crazy.
And typical commercial flight, you get a small dose of extra cosmic radiation on the order of what you expect from a medical X-ray spread out over several hours. Whoa. So
mean-
every time you fly, it's like getting X-rayed? That's kind of crazy. What happens to pilots? Okay,
Yeah, that's
put
a good
this
question.
in.
That's a good
Do
question.
pilots have any health risks from radiation exposure while flying?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Because I would imagine if you're flying all the time,
They're the ones that would.
it's like getting an X-ray every day.
That's. I mean, everything is killing us, right? That's
Not
why I came on. I wanted to
really.
hear what's going to kill us first.
I don't think.
There's so many things.
Yes.
This is going to be a
I don't think everything's
meteorite that's going to hit us first.
Okay, but there's a lot of stuff keeping us alive longer now, too. Pilots and other air crew do get more radiation than typical travelers, but whether that causes health problems is still being studied,
Okay.
and any added risk appears modest on a personal level. Like, they would be the ones that you would be able to study
Yeah.
from the best, whether or not flying, and flight attendants, whether or not flying is
Yeah.
actually bad for you.
Well, we haven't heard anything yet.
No.
So that's good
You would
news.
imagine that
Somebody
they've been
would have
flying
said
a long
something.
time. Many studies find pilots and flight attendants have higher rates of some cancers. Especially melanoma and other skin cancers, and in some studies, breast cancer. However, reviews say it's not clear how much of it is from cosmic radiation versus other factors such as disrupted sleep.
Wow.
That's true. Like UV exposure during off time and lifestyle. Firm causal link to flight radiation alone has not been established. That does make sense with the disrupted sleep because I talked to a pilot once who did like a lot of late night flights, and it's like your whole body is just so wrecked. Like people who do the night shift, like that can't be good for you. Your circadian rhythm's all fucked up. You're sleeping during the day.
But can't you adjust though? Can't you adjust?
If you can. But if you're the guy who gets the night shift every night, you're working at a factory and you punch in at like 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Like you're not. That's just your life, man. Yeah. That's how you live.
That's like shooting a film and you do like 3 or 4 night shoots. Mm-hmm. Someone snaps.
Yeah.
There's always one person that just like
can't handle it.
Freaking crazy. Or it's
well,
like, oh no, Chad just went. We just lost Chad. I don't know what happened to him, but he freaked out.
Some people, when they can't sleep, they become big babies.
Yeah, very emotional.
Yeah.
They get very emotional.
Well, there's an indulgence on sets too from actors. That's like, there's a kind of a lack of appreciation sometimes of because you just get accustomed to it of how fortunate you are to be able to do what you do.
Yeah.
You know, very few people get to be an actor in a movie.
Yeah.
And you're spazzing out because you didn't get enough sleep.
Yeah, and that meanwhile the crew really didn't get enough sleep.
They didn't get enough sleep either.
They're working 2 hours before you and 2 hours after.
But if they spaz out, they'll get fired.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah, and that's the difference. Like it's not an equality thing. So these people, they're aware they're like royalty, walking around this film set. You know, it's kind of odd.
Well, it is odd, and at the same time, it's a very unique experience, right? Because this person has to be on camera, and every inch of their face is, going to be 6 feet tall in a movie theater, and so everybody's just making sure that person is doing okay, and they look okay, and they feel okay. Because if they don't, then you don't have anything.
Right.
You don't have anything to shoot. So everybody is just like.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you feeling okay? Are you hydrated? Do you need water? Do you need a piece of turkey?
Well, the results of that, like psychologically over a prolonged period of time, people usually get really weird. When
agree.
That's their normal experience.
Yeah.
Is everybody's treating them like, hey, take care of your hair.
Are you okay?
Do your lips.
It's true.
Brush your shoulders off.
It's true.
It's kooky.
It's kooky. And that's why, the people that start early, especially that have success early.
Oh, yeah.
It's not
good.
It's not good. It's not a good way to kick off your life. It's like, this is not normal. If you think this is normal, you're going to be real sad in a few years.
And I don't think you can recover from a bad developmental period that way.
That's hard.
It's different. It's different than anything else. Like you could have a bad childhood and it'll make you more resilient. But a bad childhood in front of the whole world.
Yeah.
And you've never had to really work and you've never had to really struggle and you've been famous since you were young. So your interactions with people from the time you were young is people loving you for your work, which is not good for kids.
No, it's not. And the way you look.
Right.
That's a big part of it, which is hard.
Yeah.
So it's not just your work, it's like what we're talking about. You have to look good while you're doing it. That's part of the job.
Especially as a woman, that's a big factor. But I always liken it to like concrete. Like if you make concrete incorrectly, so like if you decide to mix it but you don't add enough water or you don't, it's not like you can add water later once it's
done.
Solid. It's like that's what it is.
It's going to be lumpy?
It's just going to be sucky, weak-ass concrete that's going to break.
Wait, when did you get, what was your first break? Was it news radio?
Yeah, well, I was on another show before news radio called Hardball. It was a sitcom that was on Fox. That's what I actually moved out to LA for. And if that show got canceled and if I didn't have a lease on an apartment, I would have went back to New York. I hated it.
Why did you hate it?
Well, I didn't like the whole scene. I was used to fight gyms, pool halls, and comedy clubs. Those are the people I was used to. They're the funniest, like most brash, blunt people, and everybody's cracking on everybody, and it's like it's jolly. Those are jolly places for the most part.
Yeah.
And then I went from there to this weird world of groupthink. And seeing people read the Hollywood Reporter every day and get really upset.
Yes.
And I would keep telling them, like, that's the devil's rag. Like, why are you reading that? Like, don't read that.
Right, because they're just mad
just
that they
getting
didn't
mad.
get the role
Exactly.
or they didn't get the film or whatever. It is odd, but yes.
It's kooky. And it's also the groupthink thing. It's like, I saw it, like, right away. Like, if a film was really good, if everybody decided it was really good, you had to say it was really good. You couldn't say, I fucking hated that movie.
Yeah.
Like, there was this Jack Nicholson movie where he played this asshole, and I think it was Helen Hunt played.
As Good as It Gets?
Yes, that one. And I was like, Jesus Christ, like, why? The whole idea was that he was a fucked up dude because he was on some sort of a medication. And that medication made him racist. Like, it didn't make any sense. The whole thing was nuts. And I remember everybody just saying, what an amazing movie. I'm like, God, I felt bad for her. Like, get the fuck out of that relationship. Find someone who's nice to you. This is crazy.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Like,
racist.
you know, it didn't make any sense. And I remember, like, arguing with people on a set about it. And, like, they were all like, oh, I thought it was an amazing film. Like, they had to say it.
Right.
It was Jack Nicholson. And,
Right.
oh, no, it was an amazing movie. I was like,
Right.
that movie was fucking depressing, man. Like, that was all
Yeah.
that poor lady had.
Yeah.
This fucking asshole, this old asshole was...
It was like the movie Precious.
I didn't see that.
Whoa.
Yeah, I heard that was a
It's
rough
just, you're just watching it and you're like, well, nothing else bad could happen.
one.
And then it's...
Another thing happens.
No, it just gets worse. And by the end of it, you're just feeling like, why are we alive?
Yeah, I
This
don't
is-
like those kind of movies. I don't want to feel depressed in a movie.
No. Okay, so then you got
Then news radio.
news radio.
So that I stayed in L.A. just because I had a lease. That was it. I'm not kidding. I was so ready to
you
go.
were not going to break that lease.
I was trying to
It's
say
expensive.
I didn't have the money.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
okay, I have some money because I did the sitcom for 6 episodes, so I had some money. So I was like, how much money would it cost me to just fucking pay this lease off and
A
just
lot.
jet?
Thousand.
And I was like,
It's not
I
worth
just
it.
stay here. And then I got another development deal. I got a development deal with NBC. And they had this before I did the show, they said, we have this show that we have a pilot for, but we're going to fire this one person on the pilot. And would you come in and read for it?
Did you know who was being fired?
Yeah, well, it was actually a friend of mine.
Did you know
Yeah.
at the time?
Well, he
'Cause
got
it's hard to
replaced.
replace somebody.
It's Ray Romano,
Oh.
who's a good friend of mine.
He's a friend of mine.
He's awesome. And I had worked with Ray
Yeah.
multiple times in New York, but Ray got fired, and then they replaced him with another guy who was in the pilot, and then they decided to fire that guy. So I was like, okay, well, at least I'm not taking Ray's job.
Yeah, that's
I'm taking. But then Ray went on to do Everybody Loves Raymond,
Yeah,
which
he
was
did
like
okay.
him getting fired was the best thing that
Yeah.
ever happened to him. So then I go in, and they let me watch the pilot. It was already made. And so I got to see it's Phil Hartman and Dave Foley and Candy Alexander and Maura Tierney and Andy Dick and Stephen Root. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, I can be on this show? This show was
Yeah.
amazing. So I did that. Then I did Fear Factor.
Well, how long was news radio?
5 years.
Wow.
Yeah. But it really wasn't popular. It was only popular on reruns. Once
Really?
Once it got into syndication. Because we moved around, like, over the course of 5 years, we moved 9 times, I believe.
When you were doing news radio, that's right. I don't know what years.
It was 94 to
Okay.
99.
Okay. So I got Curb Your Enthusiasm in 99. So before that, I was working for Rob and Michelle Reiner as a personal assistant. And I was also doing like catering at night sometimes just to make ends meet. And one of my jobs and I never knew what the job would be. You know, they'd say, show up here at whatever, 5 o'clock. One of my jobs one time was news radio. There was a little green room where, agents and people,
Oh,
VIP.
right, yeah.
And I was in charge of like making sure the food on the table looked good.
That's hilarious.
I just stood there for hours. I think Phil Hartman came in and was like, hey, I didn't know him at the time. I met him. And he said, oh, who are you here to see? I said, oh, I'm just in charge of this table. But that was my big job for the night.
My friend Joey Diaz, who is at that time he had just recently gotten out of jail. He came to visit me on the set, and he realized that the good food was all in the VIP green room.
That's
so
right.
and he got overweight for a while, but back then he wasn't. Back then he just looked like a big football player. He was just like a big, scary-looking Cuban guy. And he was in there eating a shrimp cocktail, and they were like, "Who is the scary guy that's eating? And is he supposed to be in here?" They all like freaked out because Joey went into the super secret room. And I was wondering, I wonder if he went in there when you were in there.
Oh, could you imagine? If I was like, "Excuse me, sir, you can only have 6 shrimp. I have to watch the table."
Well, he wasn't supposed to be in there. He just went in. He was just my friend hanging out. He just went in there. He's like, "This is where the good food is." And he went in there and started chowing down. They were all freaking out. It was very funny. It was very funny. But
did you like LA any better when you were doing news radio?
I always wanted to leave. I always felt like it was radioactive. I always felt like there's a part of this. The weather's great.
It's beautiful.
The Comedy Store was amazing.
Yeah.
It was great to have that place, but there's too many people. When there's that many people, I think you devalue people. I don't think people are worthwhile to you. I think people are way better off living in a small town or a small city. I think it's healthier.
There's
I really
more community.
do. Yeah, I just think when people become when you get on the highway and you see millions of people, like, fuck, and you see like the 405 at like 4 p.m., it's kooky.
And it's like 10 lanes, just bumper to
Stopped.
bumper in both directions. It's
And everybody
brutal.
thinks that everybody else is annoying because you're in your way.
Oh, you mean
there's
on
too
the
many people.
road? Yeah. I thought
People
you
that get
meant in
front
general.
of you. Like, you're not going anywhere, and someone decides to get in front of you. Like, this fucking guy.
It's
Like,
true.
everybody gets crazy.
It is true.
It's not healthy.
No.
I felt like that wasn't healthy, and I really hated the whole mentality behind the groupthink that was a part of Hollywood, because everybody's trying to get cast in something. And in order to get cast in something, you have to be
Fit in
you have to
and-
ingratiate yourself with the producers and the casting directors. Everybody has to like you. So
Yeah.
you have to have the same opinions as they do.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you have to fake it. And I
Yeah.
was like, this is gross. Like, this is gross. The way they behave is gross. Like, the casting people would treat you was gross. I didn't like it at all.
Well, you mean just going in and auditioning?
Yeah.
No, it was hard.
Well, there was a lot of it where there was like this arrogance, they're giving you this chance, so they're like really arrogant. I was like, hey, I don't even care about this. Like,
That's why you got the part.
that's probably why I got some of the things.
Yeah.
That's why I got Fear Factor, because I was the only one who made fun of it.
And did you never had to like eat the spiders?
I ate a bunch of stuff. I ate some spiders. Yeah, I ate a Iraqi cave spider. I ate a Madagascar hissing cockroach. I ate a tomato hornworm. I ate a sheep's eyeball. I ate a bunch of stuff because I ate it just to show the people that you could eat it.
Ew. Did you ever throw up after?
No, I only threw up once at home. I was
You
yeah.
waited until you got home?
That was really good editing. They did a great job. And there was this girl that was. She
You
had
sound like Bobby. Bobby has never thrown up. It's just that he doesn't. So he will eat anything and do anything. And
Well,
it's
I've
like,
definitely thrown up. But this time it was this lady was eating worms and she had to swallow the worms and she couldn't, so she spit them up into the glass, and then she could keep going if she could re-drink what was in the glass that she already spit up. And so she did it. I went, I just ran into the kitchen and threw up in the sink. And I was like, how? And I kept thinking, how odd. Like, what a great job they did with like the editing and the music, that it got me so wrapped up in it. Even though I was at home, I was like 5 feet away from that lady while she was doing that. I didn't throw
and
up.
it didn't bother you. But
It
then
bothered
watching
me, but I was trying to help her. I was trying to get her, talk her through it.
That's why you were so good on it, because you were never making fun of people. You were
But I
never.
definitely made fun of people.
Well, but not in a. You're so crazy to be on this show, and why are you crying? You're the one that wanted to come on. You were very.
I wanted to help them.
Yeah.
I wanted to help them at the very least do their best. And there was a lot of it that I said, look, I know this sounds crazy, but if you just force yourself to chew this and swallow it, you could do it. You got to just take your mind out of this place. It's not that bad. And sometimes I would eat things just to show them.
Ew.
Like I ate a roach just to show them. I'll eat this if you do.
No.
Like, I want you to eat this roach. It's not that big a deal.
Ew. Did
It's
you
not.
chew it?
Yeah, you have to. You can't swallow it. It'll be
Do you remember what
alive
it
in your
tasted
stomach.
like?
Not much. Yeah,
Ew,
they don't. Yeah, I know. But it's in your head. It
Was it
doesn't.
crunchy?
Sure, real crunchy. Yeah. But the actual taste itself was not bad. It wasn't good. It wasn't like I look forward to roaches.
And
but
what about rats?
I
Did you
never
do
ate
a lot of rat work?
We did work with rats where people had to like lie in a thing in a coffin.
Yeah.
And covered them with rats, and the rats would be nibble on them. Yeah, that's not good. But they were pet rats. I mean, they were fed a healthy diet. Rats? They were. They were like raised rats. They weren't like dangerous street rats that have been eating each other.
Did anything? I mean, you probably can't talk about it, but did anything ever go horribly
wrong?
Wrong.
No.
Really?
No. We got lucky though. It's just luck. I really believe that because we made them ride bulls once. And
yeah, no, you can't control a bull.
I told the people, don't do it. When all the contestants, I said, I wouldn't do this. I'll tell you right now. I don't think you should do it because it's not worth it. I go, the kind of catastrophic injury that you get from a bull stomping on your face, it's like you don't come back from that.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to understand there's not a 0% possibility that this bull will stomp you or kick you while
Right.
you're in the air being launched off its body and get kicked in the face. Like that's possible. Don't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Some people would back out, right?
They all did it.
They all did it.
They all did it. I think. I'm
and
pretty
then,
sure.
then they
I don't
got
think anybody
thrown
backed
from the
out.
bull. How do you? I mean, doesn't
They flew. This one lady weighed like 98 pounds, and she got bucked, and she went flying and landed right on her back and was like knocked out. Yeah, it was horrible. I would have never done that. I mean, and look, I've had bull riders on the podcast before. I've talked to multiple. We had bull riders on Fear Factor.
doesn't it? This is you might know. This
Is that you?
Yeah.
Did you see?
What a cute
Bobby.
ringtone. Hey,
That's awkward.
put him on speakerphone.
Seriously?
Yeah, why not?
Honey, you're on speaker. I'm here with Joe.
We're on the podcast. You're on the podcast, so don't swear.
Hello?
Can you hear me, honey? You're on. We're talking to Joe right now. You're live.
Well, thanks, baby. Hey, Joe, I'm looking forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you too. You probably shouldn't have told people that, because then they'll start attacking you.
Is there anything you need to tell me, or?
I was just going to ask Joe to be nice to my wife.
Why didn't you call me?
I'm in tears over here, honey. It's going horribly.
All right, well, bring me back some of that alpha.
Alpha Brain.
Um,
Yeah, will do.
Okay, baby. I love you.
Take care.
I love you.
Bye, Bobby. Love you too.
I'm sorry.
That's hilarious.
phone off.
What was the, what were you showing me?
That Mexican OT did bull stuff. Again.
No,
He got-
Mexican OD did it.
He
No,
got fucked up.
No.
I mean, he got up and ran away.
No.
But he's
Oh my
literally
God.
upside down.
This is a guest that was on my podcast. He's awesome. He's a brilliant rapper. Oh my goodness,
Yeah, the bull
dude.
got him good.
Oh my goodness, dude.
That's so
Almost
terrible.
scored. Crazy.
Oh my goodness, dude. Don't do that no more.
But yes.
I mean, can I
Bro,
ask a
Texans.
question
Crazy.
to the men? I mean, do you wear special equipment down there when
Yes.
you do?
I assume they do. They might not while they're doing that, because I saw one guy get a horn right up his butt. Yeah, but there's no special equipment that's going to protect you there.
But what about your?
Yeah. You should wear a cup,
Testicles.
for
You
sure.
should wear something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because doesn't seem like that's healthy.
Dope. Definitely not healthy.
I don't think there's anything healthy about it, right?
No, definitely not healthy.
I mean, it's just like a lot of pressure on your
Oh, yeah.
balls.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Have you ever done it?
What?
Oh, what-
Bull riding?
Yeah.
No. No, I told you I would never do that.
Well, I thought you were just telling the other people not to do it.
No, I would. No. I have a healthy respect for animals,
Yeah.
especially big ones. I think people get super delusional. We also get super delusional when we compare size. Like if you say, "Oh, a monkey's smaller than me," that thing will fucking kill you.
I
Like,
know.
Don't get crazy.
It'll pick your eyes out, right?
Oh, they'll rip your
They do.
face apart. Yeah. There's a crazy video of this guy in India who's sitting down and he lets this monkey like sit on his lap and he's like being all calm with the monkey, and then the monkey just decides to tear a giant chunk off his scalp. And the way it does it, it just bites his head and just yanks like a football-sized piece of meat off this guy's head. And you're
And
like,
there's no stopping it. There's no stopping it once it starts happening.
you don't know how strong they are. Like,
Yeah.
imagine being so strong you could just rip someone's skin clean off their head. And it's like a little thing, little 30-pound
That looks
monkey.
adorable.
Yeah, and he thought he was being cute. It's like, I'm going to be
I'm not
peaceful.
gonna, I won't play it. 'Cause I don't know if she wants to.
Oh
see it,
yeah,
but-
no, I can't watch it. But
You want to watch it?
No, I
Come
don't.
on.
Do you want to? You
How
can
about I
watch
watch
it.
it? You
Yeah,
look away.
I'll look away.
So he
But you
lets
can
this
just
thing
describe what's
sit on
happening.
his lap,
Okay.
and then it just decides to bite his head. Look at it real quick.
Oh my gosh.
He's missing a giant chunk off
Oh
his head.
my god.
Yeah, yeah. So he's scarred for life. He's, it was a dumb decision. You let that thing dominate you. He didn't understand what he was doing.
No.
You let that thing get on top of him, and the thing just decided for no reason to just bite his head.
No, we used to have a pet emu.
Ooh, they're
Yeah.
the dumbest birds, by the way.
They are so dumb. Their heads are tiny, so their brain must be, and the rest of them is big. So you just had this emu like coming at you every day.
Wow.
It wasn't relaxing. It got to the point where I had to walk outside with a shovel.
Just to protect yourself from the emu?
Yes.
That's crazy. I have a friend who has ostriches. Ostriches.
Are
excuse
they
me.
nicer? I wonder if they're
Nope.
nicer.
He says the same thing. He hates them. He has this big ranch in Texas and he got ostriches. He's like, dude, I hate these things.
Yeah.
Like, look at that face.
No, it's terrible. They're mean, and
They tried to bite us on Fear Factor too. We had an episode where they had to drink a whole ostrich egg,
ew.
a raw ostrich egg.
Ew.
But we had ostriches in the background. They started just fucking with people, like biting their heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll peck you.
Yeah,
I
they'll
don't care.
peck you.
Yeah.
You know what else is dumb? What's this lady was a falconer. That's what they're called, right? When
Falconer?
Falconer when they train
Yeah,
falcons.
that's Bobby. Bobby
Oh, he does that?
Yes.
Oh, so this lady, she had a golden eagle. She had a couple of falcons are the most fascinating. But then she had an owl. And she's like, owl is there. First of all, one misconception is that owls are smart. She goes, they are so dumb. They're the dumbest birds next to emus. Only emus are dumber than owls.
I didn't know that.
I was like, really? That's why? Like, why do we have this,
Idea that they're
give a hoot,
wi-
don't pollute. Remember?
That they're
He's the
very
man.
wise.
Yeah.
Why do we think they're wise?
I mean, he's counting how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll
Yeah.
Pop. Remember?
yes,
Oh,
but
I didn't
but
know.
he could never get to it.
Yeah, to
so
do
maybe
good.
we should have learned. Yeah,
Right.
this guy's full of shit.
Yeah, he's full of shit. He's a fake professor.
We've had some owls in our day with Bobby.
Oh, pets?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Is this Bobby?
No.
No,
just
this is
a guy.
someone?
I saw this going around the internet.
What is this?
He's
Is that
calling
his
in
falcon?
bird. You can't see where it is.
Whoa.
It just comes swooping
That looks like an eagle.
in. He sees it from way up
Is
there.
that an eagle or a hawk? What is that? Does it say?
It doesn't say. I don't know if it said specifically. Again, this is another Facebook link.
They had a golden eagle. The golden eagle's amazing, but it kept trying to land. We had a little campfire outside. It kept trying to land on the fire.
That's
Like,
weird.
Why is this bird so stupid?
That looks like a
Whoa.
hawk.
Yeah, it looks like a hawk.
Yeah.
So this lady had hawks and falcons, and she's like, the problem with hawks is, as soon as like you let them loose, they immediately find something to kill. She's like, they just everything that's near them they kill. She goes like, this sucker kills birds, he kills squirrels. Like you let the owl go, the owl just like goes over there, he'll come
Right.
back to you. The eagle,
Right.
the same thing. Not the hawks. The hawks like, it's time to kill.
No, that's what they do.
Yeah.
It's weird. Like I said, Bobby loves hawks and falcons, and I went hawking with him once.
How do you do that?
Well, you have these. They do it in twos, like these two birds, and
Are they his birds?
yes.
So he's trained these birds?
he's trained them, and the
There
other.
it is.
Aw,
That's
they're
kind of a
cute.
crazy thing to be good at.
It's a very crazy, but look, even since he was young, but so it's pretty fascinating because you have to do it after the leaves have fallen from the trees, and there are two birds that hunt together, and they go up into the trees, and then it's really beautiful at first for me because it's
Until the carnage.
so they start going from tree to tree, and they're communicating with each other. And they'll see bunny, cute, sweet. You see where this is going, and they see a bunny down there, and they go, and one of them does something, and then the other one swoops down and grabs it, and they just tear it apart. And the next thing you know, it's just
Guts in
bunny
the head.
guts. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's cute until then, but it's pretty fascinating to watch them do it.
There was some kind of a war in my backyard that was going on for a while. And I don't know what animal was doing it, but I found a bunch of beheaded hawks.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what bird was killing the hawks, but
Wow.
they'll kill the hawk and and rip its head off.
Well, ask Bobby. He will know.
Oh, I bet.
He will know.
I assume it was something bigger. Right?
But yeah, they're big already. It's hard to imagine what.
An owl. Owls eat hawks.
I'm really. But are they fast enough to get an owl is fast?
Owls are silent. And the thing about owls is there's a really interesting video that you could find where they take a bunch of different birds and they have them fly from point A to point B, and then they have a sound meter, and the sound registers the decibels of their flight.
What they make.
Owls, it's almost completely silent. They're so silent. They're so sneaky. So there's a great black and white video of this owl in it's night vision, the camera, and you see this owl swooping up on a hawk's nest and snatches a hawk right out of the nest.
Oh my God! I wonder.
But it comes out of nowhere. Like you
That's
just see
weird.
eyes in the distance.
Yeah, it's really weird. I don't think I've ever seen an owl in flight, but not that I was
in real
looking.
life. You mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. Where I
Are
used to live.
Is it only at night?
Yes, I've only seen them fly at night. But where I live, one time I was driving home, and there was this owl that was right on the side of the road. And as I was driving, he took off with a rabbit in his talons, and then just decided he didn't want to carry this rabbit anymore and let it go. Like maybe it was dangerous because the rabbit was kind of big. And then the rabbit dropped in the middle of the road. So I pulled the car over and I got out and I looked at this like gutted rabbit and this owl who had just jacked this rabbit and then just decided.
That's so weird that I'm assuming it was an aggressive male owl.
It might have been a female protecting its young or giving its young food.
True.
A lot of them is that.
I mean, I wonder if the rabbit was diseased or something.
No, it was food. No.
But how? But that's
the rabbits can't even hear it coming. That's the thing about owls. That's why they're such brilliant nocturnal hunters.
Well,
is because see if you can find that video of the birds, the different sounds between they like. There's a hawk, there's an eagle, and then the owl
But
is
they
just
hoot.
like,
No.
it's like nothing. It just swoops in and snatches them.
Wow.
They eat a lot of cats too, by the way. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a friend of mine found there was an owl nest, and he found like 6 cat collars in the nest.
Oh, I always just assumed it was coyotes.
It is a lot of coyotes, but it's also owls. Owls kill a lot of people's cats.
That is crazy.
Yeah, and they can fly with your cat. That's what's crazy. So watch.
To fly over a series of super sensitive microphones.
So that's a pigeon, super loud.
Oh, jeez. Mo.
There's a hawk.
Pretty loud. Now watch the owl.
It's Kenza's turn.
Nothing. You don't hear anything. Isn't that
You
crazy?
don't even hear the wings.
Nope. And those are super sensitive microphones. Yeah.
Wow.
Now see if you can find the video of the owl snatching the hawk out of the nest.
That's so crazy. I
It's
didn't know
crazy.
this.
Yeah, owls are super predators. Yeah. They see so well at night, and they have those big heads.
Yeah, then
those
their heads can
big
turn.
Crazy eyes. Yeah, watch this. So see those dots in the distance? That's them. Watch this. Snatch. The other hawk barely knows what the hell happened.
Oh my
Snatch.
God.
Yep. Just steals them right out of the nest. Owls are big too.
They seem to work alone. They seem a little like lonesome.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can't fly a flock of owls. You know.
But like the hawks, when they hunt together. You know, when they're communicating
Probably have
with
to.
each
They
other.
make so much noise.
Yeah, that's true.
They got a clumsy approach. Whereas the owl's sneaky.
And how about the pigeons? They do not have a
Not
chance.
So loud.
What do they eat?
That's a good question. That's a good
Does
question.
birds eat
I
or
know
no?
what
They
eats
eat-
pigeons though.
What?
Rats in
Owls.
New York City. There's a crazy video of a
No.
rat in New York City
can't
grabbing a
be.
pigeon and attacking it and eating it. Yeah, and
No.
dragging it away. You've never seen that?
I like that you think that's what I'm looking at online.
What are you looking at? Like fashion tips?
It's not that.
If you want to live in a big city, that's
Yeah.
that's the nature that you get. You get
Ew.
rats and pigeons.
There are a lot of rats in
But-
D.C.
Rats kill pigeons all the time.
Rats kill.
Yeah, if they catch them slipping, if they're close enough where they can grab them. Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Oh, rats
How-
are disgusting.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched that documentary on Netflix called Rats?
No.
Whoa.
Why would never?
You should.
No, God, no.
It's a game changer.
No.
It's so nutty when you
No.
find out that the biomass of rats in New York City is roughly equal to the biomass of people. Meaning the weight of all the people in New York City is roughly equal to the weight of all the rats in New York
That's gross.
City.
But you lived in New York.
Is that accurate? I think that's accurate. It might be the numbers. It might be the same number of people as there are rats, but I
you
don't
didn't
think
have
so.
a problem when you lived there?
I didn't live there. I lived in New Rochelle, which was a suburb.
That's nice.
Westchester.
Kind of
I was
quiet.
a road comedian and I needed a parking spot. I couldn't afford to park in New York City.
Yeah.
It was like it's too hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like, whatever it was for a parking spot, it was like half my rent. I was like, I can't afford that.
Yeah.
Also, I don't like it. I don't like being stacked on top of
big-
people
I
like that. All my friends who live there, they're like, yeah, I don't even know my neighbors. I'm like, there's a guy right across 6 feet away from you. You don't even fucking know him? That's kind of crazy.
No. There are
Everybody's
always
super
people
suspicious of
upstairs,
everybody,
like
banging around.
Yeah. Moving furniture.
Not interested.
Not your vibe.
So here it is for the big picture comparison. 8.3 million humans at 70 kilograms each are about 580,000 metric tons of human. So rats at roughly 0.102% of human biomass in New York City, even though they're extremely visible. Ew. Oh, so it's only like less than 1%? Mm-hmm. Wait a minute.
Well, they're tiny. I mean, compared to.
So the number of rats, is the number of rats the same? Is that what I'm getting wrong? An estimated about 3 million rats in New York City, but there's like 10 million people.
That's disgusting.
But I don't think
3 million rats.
I don't think they really know. This is.
Yeah, how could
I
they
think
know?
they're probably underestimating it because underneath the city is where all the rats live. There's no way they're doing an accurate count of all the rats.
I feel like L.A.
I know what I
didn't
screwed
seem to
up
have
on.
a rat problem.
This is what I screwed up on.
Yeah.
It's actually ants with the biomass of ants on Earth. I think that's true. I think the biomass of ants on Earth is roughly equal to the biomass of people.
The things that are going on inside your head are insane.
That is a kooky number, though. If it's
It
true,
is a kooky number.
We might find out that's wrong too. I think it's right though. Is that what it is?
But I
the
feel like
rats
LA
in New York
didn't-
City
are aggressive and huge.
Oh, okay, that's not true either.
Yeah.
Is that right? What is that? Get rid of that little source
I
thing.
can't. It's
Okay.
it's not showing. It's unblocking.
Oh, there it goes. 20
Quadrillion.
quadrillion? I've never seen that word.
I'm either.
20 quadrillion individuals worldwide. That's the number of ants. Wow.
I mean,
So it's 20% of human dry biomass. What does that mean? After you peed? And more than all the wild birds and mammals combined. That's crazy. There's more weight from ants than all the mammals and birds combined.
wow,
That's crazy.
that is crazy. But
That's crazy. I have them in my
ants.
backyard, and they're
They drive you
leaf
crazy?
cutter ants. No, they're cool.
They're cute. They carry all those little tiny.
It's weird. It's like, how do you guys know? How do you know to do
and
this?
they work together.
They work together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they have these. Have you ever seen what the leaf cutter ant colonies look like under the surface?
No.
So they take them and unfortunately, they do a genocide on the leaf cutter ants for science, and they fill up their entire colony with cement. And so they show what the structure.
You mean when they were studying?
Yes.
them? Okay.
Well, this is how they find out.
Okay.
You have to kill everybody and turn them into concrete. And so this enormous leaf cutter ant colony that's underground, then they dig it up, and only the cement is left, and it's bananas. It's
Like
so
the little tunnels,
vast.
like
It's-
little.
They have fermentation tubes. So they have an area where they put leaves in to ferment, and then they have a tunnel that goes up to the surface so it can get air.
That's
So-
crazy.
So this is it. They fill up. This is the leaf cutter ant colony. Look at the ones on the outside going, hey, what the fuck? What the fuck? My cousin's in there.
They are freaking out.
Yeah, they're freaking out. And so then they have to excavate and they dig out this area. And it is absolutely
Oh,
massive.
so that's the
Yes.
concrete that.
Exactly. So the concrete that's left is what the colony actually looks like underground.
Wow.
It's enormous. It's like the size of a
Wow.
house. Like, look at that. Look at what
It's
they
so
have to do with
impressive.
these stupid fucking ads that you can't even get rid of that cover a quarter of your screen. But look, pause that real quick. Look at that.
That is crazy.
Bananas. Absolutely bananas.
But
That a
those are
tiny little ant and all of his friends can make something like that. Like
I
that.
like it that they're all friends.
They're
You
all
think that there are
friends.
some that are like, I hate that asshole.
Yeah, probably.
He's so lazy.
He's a lazy
We're all
bitch.
working our
Yeah.
asses off, and he's just over there like taking it easy.
Well, there's some ants where the female will find the male and they cut his legs off, his arms and legs off, and then carry him to the
female?
colony so that he could breed. Find that which
Wow.
ant is that? Yeah, they find him and they cut his arms and legs off so he can't go anywhere.
And he
And
just
then
does
they
one
drag him
thing.
away.
Wow.
Yeah, like
You
we
think
need.
he thinks it's an honor?
I don't think he thinks. Right? How can he?
I don't know.
I think they're almost like little robots, little
But yeah, I
biological
mean,
robots.
it seems like they are working together and coming up with plans and
Yeah.
you know
Well, I don't-
landscapes and
But the thing is, this is a universal thing. This is what's really weird. Like here we are in Texas, but there's probably leafcutter ants right now in Florida. There's probably leafcutter ants right now all over the world, and they're all doing a similar thing underground.
but leafcutter. So they're completely different than say red ants.
Yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of different kind of ants, but the thing that differentiates leafcutter ants is that they go to trees, they chop off their leaves, they take these little pieces of it, and then they carry it back into their leafcutter ant colony. And then they have all these places where they store the leaves, and the leaves ferment, and they kind of rot, and then they have air pipes that go up to the surface. It's super, super complex.
Wow.
And it just makes you think, like, what? How do they know to make this chamber and then a passageway to the chamber?
Right.
And how do they all know?
Right.
All over the world.
Right.
It's very weird. It's a
Right.
very weird thing that they do. But I have them in my yard, and I just sit there and watch them.
I can only find stuff about them amputating the limbs for like saving their lives, not breeding.
Now, it was a specific kind
I know.
of
No,
ant.
I typed it in 4 different times. That's all I
Yeah.
could get was that queen ants will amputate their wings afterwards, but I didn't see anything about cutting off a male's limbs and dragging them for breeding. It says they all do it to address wounds.
I wish I could
survival
remember
rates
what
or
it
whatever.
was. It was a specific kind of ant.
I'm gonna.
But it's
I'm
just
gonna
a
go to town on that
ruthless world of
Yeah.
insects. We're lucky they're little, you know?
because they're smart. Well, you don't think they think.
I
You
mean, I
think
think-
they've got some sort of activity.
I think they have activity, but I
they're-
think they're operating on a program.
They don't have feelings.
I don't think they have any feelings. No, I definitely don't think they have feelings. I mean, if like a praying mantis was the size of a German Shepherd, we'd have a real problem.
Because they're
They would kill you.
vicious.
100%. You wouldn't be able to get away from them.
Do you think they have feelings?
I don't think so. I think they're the scariest life form to me
Why?
because they're so strong for their size. They're way like you can't even like I've seen praying mantis snatch hummingbirds off of a bird feeder and kill them. And the
Are you
hummingbird.
serious?
Oh yeah. They wait on a bird feeder. They sit there like this and they just wait.
And they
then
don't-
the
they don't
hummingbird
move.
comes- they don't move. And the hummingbird doesn't recognize them. The hummingbird comes over, eats out of the bird feeder, and just snatches them. And the bird's way bigger than the mantis, and the mantis can hold on to the hummingbird.
Where
It's
did they
trying to
take it?
fly away.
Did they take
Just
it
kill
somewhere?
it. Kill it and eat it right there.
Really?
Sure.
But aren't they small? A little-
Exactly. That's why we're lucky that they're really small. Because if they were the size of like a dog, they would 100% be able to kill you. Just like that monkey is like
Yeah.
super strong. Well, if a mantis was the size of that monkey, the monkey would have no chance. That mantis would just snatch it and just start
That is
eating
a good
it.
point because a monkey must look at a man
Yeah.
and think that guy is bigger than me, but I don't care. I'm going for it.
Yeah, well, I don't think they have any respect for people. I think their interactions with people are that people are soft and that they're scared of them. And so that's how
But
they...
what's the monkey going to do with the
See, watch
scalp? You know
this.
what I mean?
See, look at that mantis. See him sitting there?
Yeah. Yeah.
The hummingbird doesn't know what's going on. He's just motionless. And so as the hummingbird gets close, tries to get a little water,
Oh no.
and watch how it snatches it too. It's so fast.
No.
Watch it right there. Bang. Gotcha.
Oh.
And look at the size of the bird. I mean, the body mass of the bird has got to be a lot more than the mantis. And the mantis is just holding on to it definitively, like it has no chance. Oh, the guy knocked it loose. What a bitch.
That is
Let nature happen, bro.
so crazy.
Really crazy. It just gets it. So there's other ones where you see the mantis like hanging on and eating it. They're incredible little creatures.
Is that what they mostly eat? It's hummingbirds?
No, they eat all kinds of
Ew.
stuff. But this one is just sitting there eating a hummingbird.
Ew.
The other weird thing is the amount that they can eat.
Yeah, that's why it looks like a tiny twig.
Exactly.
Oh, how can it eat a hummingbird?
There's a video, there's one Instagram page that I follow that's just mantises eating a bunch of different bugs.
Really? That's what you follow.
Yeah. I follow a lot
Is
of
it
stuff.
relaxing or it's just
No.
fascinating? It's just like
Fascinating.
gets your mind off of politics.
Just weird to
Yeah.
watch this creature, and it eats a roach that's like bigger than it, and it eats the whole thing. All like this guy just gets this roach. Look at the size of that roach. He's just gonna chew through that entire roach,
Ew.
and that sucker's still alive for the beginning. He just eats his head, and then he stops being alive, and then he just goes right through him. Like, look at this. This is nuts.
And then do you think it doesn't eat again for a long time like a snake?
Probably doesn't have to eat.
Ew.
You just look
that's
at I know.
so
Just
gross.
Eat its legs. And it keeps going, and it eats the entire thing. Like, there's nothing left of that roach. And that roach is as big as him. Like, where'd it go? How are you doing that?
I don't know.
You ever see a fat
I don't know.
praying mantis?
No.
They don't exist.
I hardly see them. But I haven't been looking.
Look, there's the page.
Yeah, you have a highlights reel on it, I think.
You have a highlights reel, Joe.
That's hilarious. It's called Cryptic
Joe.
Mantids.
Yeah, it's just all of them eating.
Is that what the name of it is? What is it?
Yeah.
Cryptic, Cryptic with a K, mantis. Mantids.
And their eyeballs are
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it's a weird animal. I mean, if that insect was big, it would be a real problem. So look, he's like dangling that roach in front of it and just
Ew.
snatches it.
Ooh.
I mean, that's like you eating a poodle. It's crazy. It just eats the whole thing in
Just
one
the
sitting.
whole thing.
The whole poodle.
The little
nose,
paws.
the head, eyeballs,
That
the
would be-
tail, everything. He just eats everything.
Ew.
Yeah, but that exists in nature. I mean, we're playing a totally different game. You know, our game
Yeah,
is
we pick and
we're soft
choose.
and you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, look at that thing.
yeah.
A Peruvian dragon mantis.
Yeah, imagine that was like big. Imagine that thing was like the size of a giraffe. It'd be a giant problem. It just runs into a city and eats everybody.
Sounds like a movie.
Does.
Wow.
That's how actresses think.
That sounds like a great movie. I could be the scientist. The mantis gets stuck in a tube with a guy's head.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Dum. Like The Fly. Remember that Jeff Goldblum
Yeah, of
movie?
course.
That movie was great.
Of course.
And that was a remake of an earlier one. There was an earlier The Fly movie, which was a lot weirder.
Really?
Well, it was weird for the time because the guy had like a weird costume on, like he had a fly head on, but like a person's body. But The Fly was cool because you see Jeff Goldblum, like that's the original Fly.
Oh.
See, like a one human hand, one fly hand. But the Goldblum one was great.
No, I love
That's
Jeff
1958.
Goldblum.
So this guy just had like a mask on. He's like a regular dude with a mask. I'm the Fly. You know?
But I got a hand, so
But
you
the
know that
Goldblum
I'm
one was cool because you see like him start to slowly
Yes.
turn mad. and
Yes, and his mannerisms, and
then
he
he
was so
got
great.
weird spikes start poking out of his skin. And he's like,
Yeah.
what is this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he didn't realize that a fly had gotten in there with him and they'd matched DNA.
Jeff Goldblum's great.
Oh, he's great. He's
He's very, very intense, and at the same time, very likable. And
yeah, fun, jolly.
Tell me about you.
Yeah.
Tell me what makes Cheryl work.
Well, him in Jurassic Park really helped make that movie. Like the rational scientist that was like, okay, what have you done? You know? Because you could do it. You never decided whether you should do it. You know, it was like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, he's always thinking. And
Yeah. When they
not judging, not freaking out.
Well, definitely sort of judging. But it was just that, there should be a fucking scientist that says, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Are you sure you should be doing
Yeah, these don't belong here.
Yeah.
These are from a time where we weren't around. You shouldn't bring them here. We can't compete with them. If it wasn't for that big rock that hit the Yucatan, we probably would have never become people because they would have been around.
I never saw Jurassic Park.
What? What? How? How'd you avoid that movie? It's one of the greatest movies of all time.
No, it didn't sound good to me. Like dinosaurs.
It's so good. It's such a good movie. It's such a good movie too because it was like one of the first movies that used CGI, but they did it really well.
Yeah.
And the thing about CGI with dinosaurs is it's so different than CGI with like. Do you remember I Am Legend?
Mm-mm.
The Will Smith movie? Never saw that one?
No. Is it science fiction?
Yes.
I don't watch science fiction. Not
it's
usually.
a zombie movie essentially.
Yeah. No.
Like a disease sweeps over the. But in that movie, there's CGI lions in New York City, and they look so fake. They look bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
and
you know
what
why?
was that? That was like 2010?
Was it even? I feel like it was earlier than that. When was I Am Legend? 2007.
Okay, but go ahead. You were going to say why.
Because
why they
know what a lion looks like. You don't really know what a dinosaur looks like.
Yeah.
So your brain doesn't register that, oh, that looks fake.
Right.
Yeah. So when you see the T-Rex when he comes over the fence, and also the way they shot it, like Spielberg is a genius.
Yeah.
The way they shot it at night, and it's kind of like, in the jungle, so it's like partially obscured. You ever seen the scene where the T-Rex emerges for the first time when the kids are in the car?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you need to see this.
I have so many things to look up tonight. I have so many rabbit holes to go down.
How have you not seen this movie?
I don't know. Is
the
it just
original
that
Jurassic Park is one of my favorite movies ever.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to watch it.
I loved it because for me, it's a real potential possibility. Like, I'm friends with the guys over at Colossal. Those are the guys that brought back the dire wolf. Like, they have actual dire wolves now.
What is a dire wolf?
A dire wolf is an extinct breed of wolf. And I know there's geneticists out there that are freaking out. That's not a dire wolf. It's not. What they've done is just taken the characteristics of a dire wolf and recreated it. Okay,
are they
agreed.
small? Are they like the
they're
size
very
of
big.
They're
bigger
big.
than a regular wolf. And they're weird looking. Like, they have a mane. And, they're all white. Like, they're really cool looking. Yeah.
And they walk on all fours. Oh, that's
yeah.
Dumb question.
Of course.
Well, now I'm thinking about your werewolf in London.
Oh, he walks on all fours too.
Does he? But
that's
he
from
can
American
walk.
Werewolf in London.
But he can go.
No, that's a dire wolf. So
wow,
that's
they're really
the
pretty.
Colossal guys. Yeah, they're really interesting. It's really interesting because you see him.
Wow,
and
it's really pretty.
And when I saw them, it was in the summertime, and they apparently they were about 6 months old, and they're going to get a lot larger. And
wait, so they came back from extinction?
Yeah, they brought them back from extinction through genetic engineering. They have dire wolf DNA. They have dire wolf DNA. They mixed it with gray wolf DNA. I don't know how they did it. They could tell me. I'll forget 5 minutes later. But whatever it is, that's a different thing that ever existed before since the dire wolves went extinct.
Wow.
Yeah. So my fear is that these assholes, not these guys, but that some scientific asshole will make a Jurassic Park. Will say, hey, we found an island that we can buy that's 50,000 square acres or whatever it is. And we're going to take and put a few dinosaurs on this island and make it so that people can go visit it. Like, that's possible. People could do that.
Well, it sounds possible, but it doesn't sound worse than like AI things that could be done on your computer and to our brains. Like
You're more afraid of AI than you are of dinosaurs. That's rational because AI is more likely.
Yeah, because if somebody said, hey, you could go visit this island that has dinosaurs, at least I'd have a choice. And I'd be like, no thanks. But like, I will sometimes, if you're just talking about a poncho.
A poncho?
Yeah.
Like a
poncho that, like a little blanket that has a hole. And
got it.
It's a word that doesn't come up much, but when it came up, I was just talking to my friend about a poncho. And then all of a sudden on my phone, there are like
ads
lots
for
of
ponchos.
ads. Yeah. So it's that to me.
I wonder if I'm going to get some now.
You are.
Poncho ads.
You're going to get some poncho ads.
I've never had a poncho ad. If I get one right now, I'll know.
Oh, yeah. I know. We're all dialed in somehow.
Well, that's for sure.
So
yeah.
I would rather be running away from I would rather die from being squashed by a dinosaur than just go crazy from thoughts of things that have been put into my head from AI. Does that make sense?
Sort of. I don't want to die either way, right? I don't
Well,
want to die by AI.
if you had to
I don't want to
choose,
die by dinosaur.
if you had to choose one or the other.
I really don't think either one is preferable. I think the dinosaur is more unlikely. The AI one seems very possible. There's not a real good roadmap that I've seen where AI is not completely disruptive in every aspect of our life. And the only people that do provide that roadmap seem to be profiting off of AI.
Yeah.
You know, some people think it's going to increase productivity. Like Elon thinks it's going to increase productivity to the point where no one will have to work anymore. And you'll have what they call universal high income. That's what he's calling it. But then you have this real problem of what do people do with their time?
Right.
Like so many people really identify with whatever they do as a job.
Right. Right. And it gives you a sense of purpose, right? Most people need a sense of purpose to feel happy.
They also like providing for themselves. Like people like the fact that you work all week, you come home, you get your paycheck, and now you can go to the restaurant, you can go, and it's all your money. You know, you bought it, you worked hard, and now you bought whatever you bought.
Yeah,
like you paid for it, a poncho. You paid for it with your labor.
The most beautiful poncho in the world.
And people like being good at something, right?
Yeah.
If you're the guy that, if there's something going on, you need something fixed, and you go to Henry. Like Henry loves the fact that Cheryl calls him up because she knows that he knows how to fix things. And what do we do with Henry when Henry loses his, like we say, your job's useless. You're basically like a guy who owns Blockbuster Video.
Well, is that like very, very wealthy people that are born into money that don't have to work, that don't have to?
That's even worse, right? Because that's like very wealthy people that are born into money have never had to prove themselves. They've always been more special than everybody else. If everybody has universal high income, that won't be a unique thing. It'll be basic. So optimistically, I would say the optimistic take on it is if that was the case, what the real positive aspect is you wouldn't have to work for your basic needs. And what you could decide to do instead is pursue something that you're really interested in. Like maybe
become an expert in something.
Yeah, or study a bunch of different languages all day.
But
or
will people?
Some people will.
Yeah.
But I think that's always the case.
That's true.
Some people would take advantage of a situation, and like some people during COVID.
Yeah.
They said, okay, some people just became alcoholics and they lost everything. Some people said, I'm going to start a side business. I'm going to start an online business because an online business, they can't shut down during a pandemic. And a lot of people become very profitable because of that. Like it's like, why do we need to just work all day? If you're a laborer, is that really the only use of your time? Like if you're doing it for food, I get it. You're doing it for housing, I get it. It's a good job. It's a solid, honest way to make a living. But if you don't have to do that anymore, and then you just get money from the government and from whatever income AI is generating, wouldn't you rather play soccer or go do this or whatever your thing is, painting, whatever your thing is.
Right.
You could find anything. You could find a thing that gives you meaning other than just your work.
Right. Because if you're working in a factory and you're just, putting the dial on the box, that's not fulfilling and you're not going anywhere and you're not doing anything.
That stuff has only been around for a while, like a small amount of time. Like being a worker in a factory or an office, how long has that even been around? The idea that we can't exist without that being around is crazy.
Yeah.
Because for thousands and thousands of years, there was no money. People just like hunted and fished and traded things and started raising animals. There's no money. You basically just tried to stay alive by gathering food.
So do you think that if nobody had to work, that we could do without money altogether? That money could disappear and then...
That's a scary thing because someone's going to have it. There's gonna be resources.
But if there's no value to it...
Yeah, but there's always going to be value. Like this is the scariest
thing.
From
country to country or worldwide?
Everything. The control of resources. Resources are always going to be valuable. It's always going to be valuable to have oil. If you have oil, you can do so many things. You could make gasoline. You could power things. You make plastics. Everything comes out of oil. Everything is petroleum-based. Even your medicine is petroleum-based.
Yeah, but if nobody was paying you to make it...
So everything's free. That's the idea? How's that possible? Because then no one would want to make a Ferrari. Because
Well,
the
that's
only
what I'm
reason why
saying.
you would make a Ferrari is because it's hard to get, so it costs a lot of money. And
Well,
like,
if AI is taking over and taking all of those jobs,
Mm-hmm.
and the idea is that nobody's going to have to work. So if nobody has to work, then the cars are still being made, right?
maybe.
Oh,
Maybe they decide how many cars get made and how many people can have a car.
wow.
Yeah. This
Does
is the
everybody
real
need a
fear.
car?
Like Oxford, England just established like this new they're doing this thing called like 15-minute cities. We have like an area where you're allowed to travel to. And if you decide to travel outside of that area, you get a certain amount of them per year. And
Wait, you get a certain amount of what?
travel passes to leave your area.
It was a congestion zone.
Okay, whatever
I'm
it
just
is.
saying. That's what it was.
You call it whatever you want, but whatever it is, it's the government telling you you can't
Deciding.
leave an area. And if you leave that area, it costs you money. So
Wow.
it costs you the equivalent of like $100 a day to leave this area
Wow.
if you get over a certain number of them.
That's what it's similar to what they did in New York City.
Great
However, they
charge.
stopped it in New York. Remember?
Yeah, well, it's crazy. That's why
That's
they
crazy.
stopped it, because this is the beginning of a terrible trend. So what this is the beginning of them telling you where you can go and how often you can go. And this is the government doing it. And the temporary congestion charge, bullshit. They've been proposing stuff like this. It's bullshit. They've been
Well, what do you
proposing
think
stuff.
they want to do it
They
to?
want to control people. They
Wow.
want to be able to tell you where you can and can't go. The more they can put restrictions on you, the more they can pass laws that they can profit from. The more they can benefit from whatever control they have over you. The more they can tighten down on it. And England's a great place to do this because they've already gotten things passed through in England. Like England doesn't have jury trials anymore, except for like murder and rape and a few other things.
It's just one judge?
It's a judge. So
It's one person
all the
deciding.
people that are getting arrested for social media abuses.
It's just one person deciding.
No, it's different judges. It's wherever you get brought up, wherever you get arrested for.
Right,
They
but
arrested
but
12,000.
one judge.
One judge, yes.
Just deciding
Exactly.
their fate,
Right,
Whether
and
they like it or not. or
Without a
if it's-
doubt, they're going to go with whatever the government wants. And they've arrested 12,000 people over the last year for social media posts, just in England.
I know that's intense.
So that's the place where it's a congestion zone. Fuck off.
I asked
they're
Andrew
they're
about
controlling
it last
you.
week. What we don't know because we're not there. People will get bussed into that area already because it's already congested as fuck.
I don't care. I don't care what's going on. That's Bangladesh, okay? That's New York City. That's a lot of
Yeah.
places. That's L.A.
yeah.
But I
You,
mean,
you don't get to control whether or not people can leave an area.
I understand.
Period.
Just,
It doesn't matter what you call it.
but this was because they closed.
I
the
don't
road.
care.
They closed the road temporarily, and so they had to put up some.
It's a terrible precedent. It's like what they did with COVID. They shut down 2 weeks to stop the spread. And what happened? It lasted a year and a half in L.A. Like, it's not, you don't give them that kind of control. You can't have ever the control to tell people whether they can or can't leave an area. Fuck off. That's crazy.
Even their houses.
Yeah,
Remember
well,
for
also-
a while, like you weren't
Yeah.
even allowed to go outside. They
Well, how
said don't
about
go
that
outside.
dipshit mayor who was saying usually snitches get stitches, but now they get rewards? Do you remember that? In L.A., they were telling you to turn your neighbors in.
Oh, I don't
for
remember it
having
in LA,
parties.
but I remember it in other states.
In L.A., the mayor
That's
of L.A. What was
crazy.
that kook's name? It was the mayor of L.A. He was he thought he was on the right side of everything until Black Lives Matter started protesting outside his house every day for like a month. Garcetti.
Oh, Garcetti.
That creep. That guy, find that thing that snitches usually get stitches, but now they get rewards. Like, literally said that.
That is so crazy.
Snitching on your neighbor
To
for having
say
too
that
many
they went
people
out.
over.
That is so crazy.
People were exactly 5 feet apart from each other.
Continues to let us know where those folks are.
Where
If
they
you've observed
are.
recurring violations of the Safer at Home order, please continue to let us know at coronavirus.lacity.org/business violation. You know the old expression about snitches? Well, in this case, snitches get rewards. We want to thank you for turning folks in and making sure we are all safe.
It would be cool if that lady who was doing sign language was just faking it. Because sometimes
And
nobody
she's
knows
still going
sign
after
languages.
he's still talking. He's done talking, and she's just like, "Hey, over here."
Well, nobody, very few people know American Sign Language, so she could have been faking it. Like a
could've
bunch
been-
of people have been faking it before, and they got caught.
No.
Oh, yeah. There was a guy next to Obama when Obama was giving a speech once, and this guy was completely making it up.
Come
he was
on.
A con man.
Come
who
on.
Tricked himself into being 3 feet from Obama. No security screening.
Because nobody knows how to validate
I don't believe it was
verify.
in America. I think it was somewhere else.
Oh, my God. I took
And so they let this
American
guy
Sign
on
Language.
stage, and you can tell he's just making things up.
Oh,
he's like doing this.
my God.
He's like fake sign. You've never seen this?
No.
Find the guy's fake sign language with Obama.
How did he get busted during the speech?
Well, there's sign language people. This guy right here. So, this guy on the right, that guy, he's completely making shit up. So wait for Obama to get. So this is the Mandela Memorial. When does Obama come out? There's one with Obama next to the guy. So that was what it was. So that's the guy. See, he's like right next to him.
Oh my God!
The guy was like completely faking sign language. He was just a kook. He was like, I can do it. Yeah, I'm good at it. Let me up there.
That is crazy.
People are nuts.
People are nuts.
You should know that as much as anybody.
Listen, I've learned it over and over again. And they're even nuttier at a level that I didn't know.
What was the big turning point for you? Was it just being attached to Bobby and watching all that, or?
It was Bobby running for president. It's so crazy. I mean, I really got a crash course in elections, and it is the craziest shit goes on, and everybody is. That's all they think about. You know, the people that are involved. They get up in the morning. How can I fuck this guy over? I'm gonna say, and they have these people that their only job is to start a rumor, is to say something, put something in the press that doesn't matter if it's true or not. If somebody else picks it up, they celebrate for the whole day, and it's like that story, whatever it was, the thing that they said gets picked up. That is like a day of celebration. It's a celebration from the other camps, and then it's like your camp is now trying to figure out what to do about that, or what kind of damage it's going to do, and is it worth even fighting, or is it better to just let it wither on the vine? It's just all day, every day, people are trying to find the craziest. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's about, certainly if it's about politics or not. It's more exciting if it's something personal. Oh, he's wearing lifts in his boots. Oh, and it's just.
But that is an important thing. If someone's wearing lifts in their boots, like, hey, how
are you going to govern this country?
How did you get so tall out of nowhere?
It is absurd.
It's a weird. It's absurd. It's
but you don't like
behavior.
That. Well, who gives a shit? Women wear heels.
Right. But if a man does it and he's lying about it, I think that as a short man.
Well, did anybody ask?
I think they did. I think they asked. You're talking about a homeboy from Florida. Yeah, I think they asked and he denied it. But it was pretty clear. There was like one podcast or one talk show, one of those late night shows where he walked out. And I was like, why? You're walking like a horse. Like, you're clearly on your tippy toes. This is crazy. You've added like 5 inches to your height. This is bananas, and it's all inside your boots.
And then that's what everybody's talking about.
But don't do that. Don't do that. No one's going to talk. That's like a self-inflicted wound.
But then it's like, oh, well, he's too short to govern the country.
That's crazy. If people think that, that's on them.
Well, people are crazy.
Yeah, but they're not going to think you're taller than you really are. Like, they've seen you for fucking decades. He's been in the public eye forever, and then all of a sudden he gains 4 inches. Everybody's like, what's going on? Like, people know. You can't. They're scrutinizing everything. You know, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't pull the wool over their eyes that hard.
Yeah.
And it shows like this weird thing where you're so worried about what people think about you that you're willing to wear lifts in your shoes. And again, I say this as a short man. You know, it's like it's important. Like
just be authentic.
Because
you're not being authentic.
That's who you are.
Yeah.
You're not going to change people's opinion of you if you wear a fucking stilt.
But what does it matter? Like if a guy had a toupee and he was running for president, would you be like, nah, no? because it might make him feel better to.
Fuck your feelings. Take that fucking wig off.
You should run a campaign.
Especially if
oh
you're wearing a wig and then all of a sudden you put it on and you expect me to ignore it. That's crazy. That's crazy. If you're like bald forever and then all of a sudden you wear one.
And then the day that you start wearing it.
Yeah.
There must be a day in somebody's life when it's like,
yeah.
I'm just going to go for it and hope nobody.
Well, there's a bunch of like really smart people who have them on, which is really weird. It's like, how can you be so smart and you don't know that that thing on your head is ridiculous? Like you were bald and now you're not. And I'm supposed to just go, hey, congratulations on growing all your hair back. This is fucking nuts.
But so you find it so distracting?
No, I just find it a character flaw.
Ah, I see.
Right?
Okay.
It's like you're a 60-year-old man and you're concerned with looking attractive, like at this stage of your life. Like, come on,
let it go.
This is a
like
crazy
whatever
thing.
Was going to happen, it should have already happened.
Right.
And at this point,
this is a crazy thing to concentrate on, especially if you want to be taken seriously. Like you should.
But so, what about a guy in his that's 25 that's wearing a toupee?
It's that. Look, it's like male hair loss is devastating. People talking
it's
again
be
as a
hard.
bald guy. Yeah, I got hair transplants. I did the whole thing. I tried minoxidil and all the other different things. It's like you don't have any control over it. And apparently now, like, supposedly UCLA has a new remedy that just grows your hair back, and it's in tests right now. And they're going to be able to put it on your. It's probably going to make $1 trillion.
Is it like a helmet that you put on your head?
No. It's like some kind of medication that you topically apply, and it grows hair. Grows hair on mice, and apparently it's going to work. It's kind of amazing that they haven't cracked that code yet. But one day they will. And if the UCLA thing, then the wig business goes out of business.
Then would you take it?
No. Even if I did, I would shave my head.
Why?
100%. I love it. I love having a shaved head. I love not having to talk to a barber. I don't give a shit what I look like.
You would rather shave your head than have a meaningless conversation for 10 minutes.
100%. Yeah.
Do you shave it every day, like every morning?
No, I shave it every couple. I shaved it this morning, but I shave it every couple days. But if
you wouldn't. So if I said if you take this tomorrow, you'll have a full head of hair, you'd be like, no.
Maybe I would take it and then just buzz that down and have it really short. But I would
just
have it
so you
stubble.
know it's there.
Show everybody. Look, I got my hair back. If I wanted to,
I could do it if I wanted to. But I don't want to do it. I don't know. But I could.
But I used to love when I had a full head of hair. I used to love having a crew cut. It was my favorite thing.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah. I just love, I love the feeling of it, like when you rub it and you get all the stubble up there. I like that. And I just don't want to think about it. It's
texture.
I don't want to think
That's
about
it.
But when I was in television, I thought about it. I was like, I can't lose my hair. That's why I got a hair transplant. I was like, I don't want to, I'm starting to make money.
But that didn't work, or you didn't like it?
It works for a little while. But the way I describe it, I was like, it's like you take people from a neighborhood where everybody's really healthy and you move them to a neighborhood where everyone's dying. So all your neighbors die. So all the other hair that was supposed to fall out, that
starts
falls out.
falling out.
And the only stuff that's left is the stuff you put there. And it looks kind of ratty and sparse.
What do you take it from the back?
Yeah, they take it from the back of your
and
head
then you
and move
put
it
it
to the
in
top.
front.
Yeah, a lot of guys go to
like
Turkey now.
I know.
They do it and they get their whole head redone. But sometimes you get a weird hairline where it's like a little too low and crazy. It's a little too flat and weird. And you're like, what's going on with your hair?
That's hard.
Yeah.
Because how do you know? Because you're under.
Well, you probably think it's a good idea, and the doctor thinks it's a good idea, and he convinces you. You're like, it's going to look good. He's like, it's going to look amazing. And next thing you look like a wolf man.
Are you out completely when you have that?
No.
You're
You're wide awake.
The doctor's talking to you, and it's like, I'm going to put one here.
They don't even talk to you. You can watch a movie or something like that. You just sit there and chill. There's videos of guys doing it online. They
I'm not going to
watch
watch
little hairs out and stick them in the little holes.
Yeah. I wonder why more women don't do it.
Women do it when women
do?
start losing their hair. Yeah, quite a few of their patients are women.
Wow.
Because maybe they have alopecia. And they can't grow it back, so they transplant it. They do.
Okay. And you're okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with women wearing wigs too.
You just don't like men wearing wigs.
Nope, I don't like it. I don't like
men
wearing.
So interesting.
I don't like men wearing lipstick either. Unless you're a singer or someone freaky, some non-binary person.
But you don't want the guy at the grocery store checking you out.
Well, I don't care.
It's okay.
You might be a weirdo. You're allowed to be a weirdo. I don't mind being a weirdo. But if you want me, if you want to be like if we're all hanging out and we're gonna go out to dinner and you show up wearing lipstick and eyeshadow, I'm like, hey Bob. fuck's going on with your face? Like, if you don't think I'm going to make fun of that, you're crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So you just make fun of him all night, but you're not so mad that you're not going to go out with him.
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's a nutty choice. But it's like, I wouldn't want you being the treasurer of the United States if you have fucking lipstick on. You know? It's like, you remember that guy that was working in the Biden administration that was a man with lipstick and a shaved head, and he was stealing all the women's clothes? He was stealing women's clothes from the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't.
that's what I'm talking about.
I mean, listen.
That's a crazy
I think
person.
There were a few.
There was a few. They were hiring him just because they were weird. They were like, this is going to make us look woke. We're going to hire all the right people. It's going to be very inclusive. Okay, great. You're hiring mentally ill people. You're hiring a man who likes to steal women's clothes from the airport. Yeah, and you're putting him in charge of nuclear energy.
I mean, that is okay. So this goes back to politics, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, so you watch that, and then the next election, it's got a new group of people, and they're weird.
Right.
So it's not like just one side is.
Oh, no. I think that's a big trap to think that it's only the Republicans or only the Democrats that are weird. No, everybody who wants to do that, the vast majority of them are unhinged. Because that is not a normal job.
Unhinged. No,
and they're not good at it. That's the other
job.
thing. They're not good at talking. They're not good at public speaking. They're even the best ones are like. That's why when a guy like Obama or a guy like Clinton comes along, like, holy shit, or Trump,
Right.
They're so good at like talking to large groups of people and being themselves. So when someone's not good at that, it's like glaringly obvious because. Most people who are good at that kind of stuff, they don't want that job.
Right.
That job's horrible.
Right.
Yeah.
That job is crazy.
Yeah. Job's nuts.
But then do you have to be good at talking?
You do. You do, because it's part of the campaign trail.
Right.
You have to be good
but
at
that's the other
expressing
thing, too,
yourself.
is like running for something, being part of a campaign is so different than actually doing it.
Yeah.
Than being, they're completely different. It's like auditioning. It's so much like auditioning.
But it's completely,
It's a different,
it is.
it's a completely different
A
skill
different
set.
job, a different skill set. Yeah.
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 So it's like, yeah. So
At least auditioning, you're actually acting in the room.
yeah.
You know, when you're running for president, you're not running for president in front of everybody. This is how I'm going to do it. You're going to pretend to be my chief of staff. And
Yeah.
You're going to be the
That's
secretary
true.
of defense. And I'm going to put on a play. So I'm going to show you how I would handle it if I ran across the line.
I would rather that.
Yeah.
I would like to see a campaign like that where it's just a
Right.
little mini play.
A little mini play.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like a
a
little
crisis
cabinet
situation.
meeting. Yes.
A little Cuban Missile Crisis right in front of everybody's
That would
eyes.
be, and just to see how everyone would handle it.
Yeah. That's why when people pretend to be a president in a film, people go, you know what? He would be a great president. Like, people do
Right.
that all the time.
That's true.
That's how Zelensky became the president of Ukraine.
Because he was a good actor.
He was an actor as a president in
Oh.
a TV show. And that's why everybody liked him. Did you know that?
I knew that he was an actor, but I didn't know he was playing the president.
He was playing the president.
And
he was a
people-
comedian. And he was playing the president in a television show. And people loved it. And they're like, he should be the real president. Like, that's how goofy people are.
Well, yeah, that could definitely happen in this country, don't you think?
100%.
Well, all the people that have played the president, people will be like, yeah, that
100%.
guy could definitely do it.
Like Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen, people would
100%.
say, yeah,
He could probably be the president right now if he wanted to.
yeah.
I mean, if someone like that, like a top-notch actor, really wanted to campaign, everybody would be fucked. Except for they just tear him apart and attack him and make up a bunch of stuff about him and his family and blah, blah,
And
blah.
actors they have thinner skin than
Yeah.
politicians.
Some of them do, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of them.
Most of them, because it's because as an actor, you're putting yourself out there all the time, and you feel insecure. People are, if one person doesn't like you or says that you're horrible, then it's like, oh my god. But politicians are like, what else you got? That's
Yeah.
it.
Well, they're just used to being full of shit. They live in it.
Well,
They're comfortable in it.
I think that there are some politicians that are true, that are authentic and truly working to make the country better.
Absolutely.
That is one thing that I've seen.
I think there are people on death row that are innocent.
They're just so few and far between.
I just don't think it's most. I think the reality.
What do you think? Why do you think why would most people do it that aren't interested in truly, making the country better or bettering the government?
Well, it all depends upon what's your motivation? Like, what are you doing it for? And I think most of them are doing it for the same reason why people become famous. They're doing it because they want to be special, and they want to say the things that people want to hear, so that people like them, and then they can make money. I think that's why they do it. And then once you get in, here's the thing that seems to be pretty apparent, is that once you get in, for the most part, you have to adhere to the mindset of all the other people that are in your business. And if you don't, you get like John Fetterman. Like, you get cast out. They hate that guy now. They're mad at him because he says, I think you should probably have ID to vote.
I know. I like John Fetterman.
Fucking ass. He's great.
Yeah.
He's a sweet guy.
And he says he's authentic. He says,
well, that guy genuinely worked in charities for his whole life. Like, he genuinely worked in doing philanthropy work and, like, real stuff. Like, he's not a greedy guy. He walks around in a Carhartt hoodie and shorts. He went to the fucking inauguration in shorts and a Carhartt hoodie. And I talked to him when he was there. He's, like, genuinely sweet, like, in real life.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy.
He is who he is.
Big teddy bear. Like, a nice guy.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he had that stroke, and so it messes with his ability to recall things. So when you talk to him, like, on a show, he'll have, like, a little, like,
device.
an iPad that translates stuff.
Yeah.
Just so he can
Recall
recall the question and do it again. But, he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
He just has a weird problem.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, you have to adhere. And if you don't, you're not allowed to have a deviating opinion. If you do, you get cast out. Like Thomas Massey. You see the same thing in the Republicans. Like, anybody that has an opinion that doesn't deviate with the groupthink, you get cast out. They'll call you a traitor. They'll say terrible things about you.
There's a lot of theatrics.
There's a lot of that. And I think there's a lot of people that are in that business that start off with really good intentions.
Yeah.
And then you see them slowly give in. They slowly succumb to the weight of what that position is.
But, it's not like they're making a lot of money.
Oh, Congress people?
You think they are?
Oh, yeah. The way they make money is insider trading, Cheryl.
Oh, God, I'm so
Oh,
naive.
it's so ubiquitous. That's the dark secret. But it's not even a secret.
Is that why they never leave?
Well, that's why Nancy Pelosi's 1,000 years old. She's worth $400 million, and she makes $170,000 a year. Make sense out of that.
Yeah, it is a little
Make sense out of that. First of all,
suspicious.
if you had $400 million in the bank, would you keep showing up for work if you're 85 fucking years old and you're in a job that pays $170,000 a year? I'd look at that paycheck every week. I'd be like, I'm good. I'm going to get out of here. This is
I'm going to go
crazy.
relax on an island somewhere.
I'm
to
going
call it.
fishing.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Mexico and go
Yeah.
fishing. This is nuts.
Yeah.
I'd be enjoying this money. Why would you still be working? Because her net worth keeps going up and up and up. You've seen PelosiTracker.com. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, my boys talk about it. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
She's better at the stock market than Warren Buffett. She's better at the stock market than George Soros.
But is it possible that she thinks she is moving the needle in politics in the right way?
It's possible. Sure. It's possible that she convinces herself of that. It's also possible that staying in office is the best way to ensure you're not prosecuted.
Whoa.
Yeah, because if somebody goes after you, if that's not legal, and if you really did have insider information and you bought a bunch of stock on something that you knew that, I think there's a real good case that shouldn't be legal. It seems like it is legal now, but if you're involved...
I don't know. Is it legal? I
think it's a very gray area because the Congress people are allowed to trade and buy stocks, and they most certainly have bought stocks when they knew that a certain market is going to be affected by a decision that only they knew was going to be made.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of evidence for that. Like, that's how you make that much money. There's a lot of them, and it's not a Republican or a Democrat issue. It's red, blue,
across
red, blue.
the board. Yeah.
They're all making crazy loot. Not all of them. Like Tulsi Gabbard didn't do it. There's a bunch of people that didn't do it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of them that wind up making a ton of loot, and they get super defensive about it.
Well, nobody wants to say, yeah, I
it's
did it.
Well, tell me how you became worth $400 million
Yeah.
without providing any product. Like
Yeah.
if you invented some new mouse that's like better than any other computer mouse, like,
Yeah.
oh, I see why you made that money. Congratulations.
Yeah.
But what'd you do? Most people make 170 grand a year are kind of doing well.
They're either doing
They're
okay.
doing well. Probably have a nice car. Probably live in a nice house.
Yeah.
You're not worth 400 million.
No.
That would be the rarest of rare people. Imagine if you were making 170 grand and you were working side by side with Bob, and all of a sudden Bob's buying a fucking Ferrari. He's got his own private jet. You're
He's like
hey,
showing up with his driver.
Bob, what are you doing?
But I don't know the answer to this, but I probably should. Aren't their finances exposed every year or no?
Well,
is that just when you run for president? 'Cause that's
I don't know. I mean, certainly when you run for president, then they want to audit you, or they want to see your tax forms.
Yeah. Which is cute. So fun.
But when you look at like the net worth, and it's very difficult to find out what someone's net worth is. But if you look at the net worth of Congress people, a lot of them are millionaires.
But were they
It's
millionaires before they went in? Because
a lot of them weren't. Well, Ilhan Omar was in debt before she got into office.
This is the question, right?
Yeah, now she's worth millions.
How did
Kind of
that
odd.
happen?
She's good. She's really good at her job.
Got lucky?
She's really good at her job.
She's really good at her job. I mean, I am seeing, through the lens with which I'm looking. I've seen a lot of people come into the administration that have already had a lot of money. Mm-hmm. So in that case, it feels like they're coming in for the right reason.
Right, but when they got in, how much more money did they make once they got in? That's when things
These
get
are the
weird.
questions
Did
I
you
don't-
start your own crypto coin and do a pump and dump? Because, that's odd.
Yeah.
It's odd that that's legal.
Isn't it? And I don't have the answer to this either. You probably would more than anybody. But is there a group out there, a watchdog group that's looking at all of this? That's like, here's another thing I just discovered about this stock that's such and such voted for. And
There's a lot of people online that do that. There's a lot of independent journalists that do that. But the thing is, it never gets covered in mainstream news.
right.
When was the last time you saw mainstream news doing a deep dive on Congress people's income?
Never.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like, because they want to get access to those Congress people.
Yeah.
They want them to come on their shows. It's a weird business. It's a weird business because most certainly when people get into office, they profit immensely. You don't just – so if you're like – let's just pretend you're the president. If you become the president, I think the president gets paid – what do they get paid? Like $450,000 a year or something like that? How much does the president get? By the way, Trump doesn't take that money. He doesn't take a dime of it. $400,000. But he does that with crypto coin. Yeah.
All right, well,
But the point is, it's like, so you make that money and then you're in office for 4 years and you go, okay, well, are you going to live like Jimmy Carter? Because Jimmy Carter lived a simple life until he died. He never profited off of the fact that he was the president. Or are you going to be one of those people that give speeches to banks and you inexplicably make like 300 grand to just talk for an hour, which is bizarre. That seems like a way they can pay you legally. Mm-hmm. If I was being cynical, that seems like you did something when you're in office and
That
they made a kind of deal.
they were happy about.
You're going to go on your boring ass speaking tour and rake it in.
And sitting on boards, right? It makes me think of the opioid situation with what's their names?
The Sackler family.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. There's a lot of that.
The guy from the FDA that approved it and then left and then
They found him.
really.
Yeah, when that documentary Painkiller came out on Netflix, which is just so good. Peter Berg did that. It's so good.
Yeah.
Not documentary,
Was it-
docudrama.
yeah.
Matthew Broderick plays the Sackler.
It was really good.
really good. The guy who approved it, apparently he was saying no forever. And then they took him to a hotel for like 3 days. And then the
Sackler family.
Yeah.
Yeah. Took the FDA guy.
I mean, what did they do in that hotel?
I don't
I'd
know.
like to be a
They
fly on the wall.
closed the doors.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
Suddenly,
And then he got a nice job afterwards where he got paid really well. Mm-hmm. That's a gross thing that they do.
Yeah.
Where there's this revolving door between the FDA and all these other departments and then these other corporations. So you leave and then you get this amazing job working for the very corporation that you were regulating.
Yeah.
Like if you were doing a good job, wouldn't they want to have nothing to do with you?
Yeah.
Like this asshole kept us from making billions of dollars. And
Yeah.
we're going to hire him and give him $2 million in a consulting job. Consulting.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of a way to pay people off. Seems like it. Someone like me, on the outside, I'm just looking at it logically.
Just looking at it from my point of view. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it seems like it.
That's why.
And it's legal somehow or another. That's a weird loophole that should be closed up. You should not be able to regulate an industry and then leave immediately and go work for said industry and make a shit ton of money.
Well, right.
Because it
This is
seems
also
like maybe you guys
maybe
talked.
somebody is doing something.
Maybe somebody talked.
That's why a lot of people don't like Bobby. Bobby's like
Well, he calls people
not
out on that stuff.
fucking around with this.
Yeah. The Sackler family one is nuts because
It
it doesn't
is.
seem like they're in trouble. It doesn't seem
No.
like there was a deal, a sweetheart deal, where they were going to give a certain amount of money, a small percentage of the amount that they profited. And then that would also make them immune to prosecution. But then a judge pulled that deal right after the documentary came out or the docuseries came out. But then you never heard another thing about it. So
No.
let's put this on ice for a little bit and just everybody shut the fuck
Another
up.
thing I'm gonna have to look up tonight.
Everybody shut the fuck up. And then it never made it in the
we
news
talk about it.
anymore. And
Yeah.
it just kind of drifted
Nobody
away.
talks about it.
But that family is responsible for the death of who knows how many people.
Yeah.
Ruined who knows how many lives.
Yeah.
Destroyed families, destroyed children. I mean, think about if your dad's hooked on opiates and you become homeless and you're a child, what kind of fucking crazy path does your life take where it would have never taken that path if your doctor didn't sell your dad something that completely addicts him to it
Right.
and imprisons him.
Right.
Imprisons him in a life of just fucking horrible addiction.
Well, that's why, when people talk about conspiracy theories, right? It's a conspiracy theory until it's proven true.
Yeah.
So if that can happen, if people can tell doctors this is not addictive and doctors believe it and doctors push it, and then you find out later, oh, yeah, they knew.
Yeah.
There we have documents that prove that they knew that it was addictive. They knew how destructive it was, but they did it anyway.
Yeah.
It's like people can believe that, but then
Yeah.
they have a hard time believing it about other things. They can't imagine.
Yeah. Well, they don't want to seem foolish. And this is the thing about conspiracy theories. They've done a really good job of making it seem like you're a fool if you believe in conspiracy theories. And they did a really good job of that during the Kennedy assassination. That's when the term conspiracy theorist really became popular.
Yeah.
It wasn't really a thing that people talked about all the time before the Kennedy assassination. And then after that became this term that they would use for kooks.
Yeah.
You're a
label.
conspiracy
A label.
theorist.
Yeah.
Like they use that for me all the time.
I was about to say.
Yeah, all the
Are
time.
you like the king of
I am a conspiracy theorist. Yes.
Because, by the way, what is a conspiracy? It's two or more people working together to do something
Right.
nefarious.
It's always happened. It's been going on forever. There's a ton of them that I could just rattle off the top of my head. And I've had a few conversations with people on the podcast where they're like, I think most conspiracies can be attributed to ineptitude and this and that. I'm like, no, not most. A few, some. But when there's profit involved, when there's power involved, when there's control of
Right.
resources involved, most conspiracies, in fact, turn out to be true. And
Right.
the more you dig deep, the more you realize, like, there's a concerted effort to make these conspiracies seem ridiculous because you don't want to be taken as a fool.
Right.
I
Right.
am a fool. So if you take
you're
me as a
fine with
fool,
it.
congratulations. You're accurate. I'm a foolish person. I'm a professional clown.
But why do you say that? Because
Look at I'm the easiest person to mock of all time. I am a conspiracy theorist who is a cage fighting commentator. Like half of the time when I'm working, people are getting kicked in the face. Like that's it's like that's
It's
like brute
normal.
I mean, but like people look at that as like that's normal for you. Like that's like brutish, barbaric, like stupid meathead behavior. Like right, okay.
that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Okay. Also, I think they faked the Gulf of Tonkin incident to get us into Vietnam. Also, production of heroin ramped up to 94% of the world once we occupied Afghanistan. Like, what? Like, how much of that's real? All of it. Plus, the United States, the CIA rather, sold heroin or sold cocaine in LA ghettos to pay for the Contras versus the Sandinistas in Nicaragua. That's all true, too. That's real. Like, there's conspiracy theories you can get into that are fucking real.
And you don't mind people, you don't care what people say about you.
Well, I mean,
If they say, no, he's foolish.
I am foolish. I'm a foolish person.
Well, I think that gives you superpower to just say, I don't care what you think about me. Yes, it's like doing improv, right?
Well, nobody wants people to think badly of them.
Right.
I don't want people to think badly of me. But
does it affect your day-to-day?
I don't pay attention.
Yeah,
I don't pay attention to it. It's not good for you to pay attention to
No.
it.
Like if you see yourself trending on X,
I don't see myself trending.
You don't ever check it?
Nope, never.
Wow,
Never.
That is so smart.
It's not good for you. You're not going to change
terrible.
it. You're not going to change it. Yeah. You just got to keep moving.
And with kids, that's hard to say.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell kids don't pay attention to.
They're going to pay attention, but they become more resilient from paying attention. And I hope your kids know who you are. I would hope that they get you.
Yeah.
And I think my kids get me. And
But
I think
even
my family gets me. Look, I am who I'm a fool, but I'm an honest fool. I'll tell you what I believe. And it might not make any sense to you, and you can mock me all day long.
Fool. That's what's so funny.
I think there's some things that I'm foolish with, but it's okay.
Well, I mean,
it doesn't bother me. I'm nice. I'm a kind person. I try to be. I work hard at it.
Well, you're smart and you're curious and you're kind to people.
I think it's important to do. I think it's to live a good life. You should have a good community of people that you love and you care for, and you should be as nice to them as you can and have some fun in this life. That's what but also you can't be scared of people who don't know you thinking that you're an idiot if you're saying something you truly believe in.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't mind talking about like the moon landing hoax or fucking UFOs or I don't care.
Right.
All the things that people are like, oh, that makes you look like a kook. Like,
I don't give a
good.
shit.
Who cares?
Then don't listen.
Who cares?
Right.
But
you don't have to listen.
Right, but also like I don't have to audition for something, right?
Yeah.
Like if I did, then maybe I would change. Like I
Right.
know a lot of comedians that kind of changed their act once they started getting on TV.
Yeah.
Because they kind of take the edge off their act. They don't want to be as controversial.
Yeah.
They're worried about a bit maybe getting clipped and going viral, or especially like only part of the bit where like it's out of context, doesn't show the whole bit. Where
Yes.
Yeah.
Even words. I
Mhm.
mean that's goes back to the campaign. It's like if any words that come out of your mouth, they can, like you said, clip. Then
Yes.
it's just gone, and then it's now do you talk about, you didn't play the whole thing. You didn't say this was exhausting.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. The words came out of your mouth. It doesn't matter.
Well, look at Trump's lawsuit with the BBC. They completely clipped his speech and took 50 minutes of it out and put another thing at the end of it to make it look like he was trying to get people to go and attack the Capitol.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's crazy. And, he's suing them now, and then the head of the BBC had to resign. But it's like that is normal. That's kind
normal.
of behavior is normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what is this election going to look like
God.
with AI? And it's just going to be
Craziness.
so crazy. I mean, the last one was crazy. This one's going to be so... I can't even imagine what it's going to look like.
Well, it's also Trump has kind of changed the way people interact in debates and in politics, and there's people that are trying to emulate his success, right? Which happens in like all art forms. And I think running for president and being an entertainer are kind of connected in the fact that you could almost say that like campaigning is kind of a performance art.
Absolutely.
I mean, think of like Kamala Harris. She had that one great speech that she did when they announced that she was going to run for president, when she said, if you're going to say something, say it to my face. And everybody went, oh, shit, it's on.
We got a
and then she ramped up in the charts. And what was that? Well, that was a great performance. That was a piece of art. right? If you're going to be that's what that is. So it's like this is what these people are doing, and he's changed the art form in a lot of ways. Like he is like.
Yeah.
You know, like when Elvis Presley came out and started shaking his hips, and everybody's like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Are we allowed to do that? I'm going to do that.
Right. When Jimi Hendrix lit his guitar on fire, everybody's like, "What the fuck? We can do that?"
Yeah.
You know, it's like someone sometimes comes along that changes the way people do the thing.
Yeah.
And he has unfortunately turned everyone into an insult artist. Whereas you go to the Obama Mitt Romney thing,
Right.
and if you can find the actual one, not one where people are commenting on it, it's actually interesting.
Yeah.
There's another one that's the really good one. I think the best one is Clinton when he was running for president. When Clinton was running for president, he was so good. He was so measured.
He's a great
and
speaker.
Not only that, if you listen to what he's saying back then, what's really crazy is a lot of it are right-wing talking points of today. You know, when they talk about immigration, when they talk, it's right-wing talking points of today.
Yeah.
And it's looking out for the American middle class.
No,
and-
even Hillary, the things that are going around, the things that she said that now people are furious about.
I know. When she was running for president in 2008, we've played this clip a bunch of times where she's saying, if you're in this country illegally, first of all, you should have to pay a stiff fine. And if you've been arrested for any crime, you get kicked out of the country, no questions asked. And everybody's cheering. And you should learn to speak English. And everybody went nuts.
Yeah.
Like, that's so MAGA. It's so MAGA. It's more MAGA than like
MAGA.
J.D. Vance.
Yeah.
It really is. It's crazy.
It is crazy. It's crazy, but also like no self-awareness. Some of the Democrats that are watching what's happening, and also
I just don't
we're
think there's
supporting that.
anybody capable. There's no other than Gavin Newsom, right? Who is like the ultimate, like slick politician guy. And regardless of how the state goes in California, regardless of how the city of San Francisco goes, he keeps winning because he's really good at like being slick and like saying
presenting
things
and being
pretending he means
personable
things.
and
Well, he's
articulate.
a fucking politician, and he's a good-looking guy, and he's tall, and he's got nice hair, and
He's
people
got
are dumb,
tall
and they're
with
like,
nice hair.
he could be the president. He's my president.
he could definitely play
He's-
the president on TV.
100%. Right? So, like, that's all you have to do. Like, you have to just be
Look the part. Talk the talk.
say it the way we like a president to say
Yeah.
it. And it's crazy because like they're the only people today that are allowed to talk like that and say things that we know aren't true in a way that is a way that a person talks when they're running for president that they never talk like in real life.
That's true.
Like if someone was over your house, they start talking like that, you're like, Steve is fucking crazy. We got to get him out of the house.
He's very presentational.
It's so
But
fake.
you're right.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the shouting and yelling, and
It's weird.
it is weird.
And now it's become insulting. And now it's a lot of
Yeah.
insulting. And Newsom has tried to ape Trump's
I
behavior
know.
patterns.
I hope the pendulum swings back to a
You
more
need a really good candidate
dignified.
from the
I
left.
don't know who that's going to be.
I don't see anybody. That James Tallarico guy is kind of interesting. He's pretty interesting. I've had him on the podcast before. He's a very religious guy and very opposed to them putting the 10 Commandments in schools, public schools in Texas. And, you know, his take on it is very measured as a religious person, very religious person. Like he's in seminary right now. And he essentially said that you're pushing people away from Christianity by doing this. And then it's not fair that if you are not a Christian and you go to this school, you have to read the Christian rules. And what about, you know, the Buddhist rules? What about the Muslim rules? What about,
Yeah.
you know, this? It's just not right.
And he can talk about it in a
He's
real
smart.
way.
And he's also a very religious person.
I'm not very familiar with him at all.
He was a school teacher, and he was realizing that cuts to the budgets were directly affecting vulnerable students in his class. And he pointed to this one kid that he had that was doing really well because he was getting counseling and, you know, came from a troubled background, but he was really like showing progress. And then they cut off the funding. He lost his counseling, started falling apart, dropped out of school. And he was like, that is a direct result of this lack of funding for important things that he thinks directly affect people that are vulnerable. And he was coming at it from a very honest and a very moral and ethical place. And when you could talk to him, you could realize
Yeah.
that I think he's a good man. And he has a real good chance of being like a,
Is he from Texas?
yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
He also pointed to the fact
He's
that
kind of
there's-
young, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very young. I think he's like 35 or
Yeah.
36 or something like that. But it's also, he pointed out that there's a group of very wealthy oil people in this country, or in this state rather, that want to turn Texas into a they want to fund all the religious schools and cut the funding for the public schools. They want to turn it into a theocracy. You know, they essentially want to turn it into like this. They're what you would call a Christian nationalist, and they really want to push that agenda. And they're doing it with an enormous amount of money. They have an incredible amount of money, and they're these evangelical Christians, and they have these very rigid ideas about what people should be able to do in this country. Mm-hmm. Sketchy.
Yeah, that's sketchy.
Very sketchy.
And it also goes back to money.
Yeah.
So even hearing that, like to run for president, takes so much money.
Yeah, a lot of money. But if people think you can win, they might get on board.
Yeah.
That's where things get interesting. Like if you think someone can win, like how much are you willing to like ignore just because this guy will get in? And then once he gets in, that's the dirty part. Once they get in, very rarely do they do what they said they were going to do.
Yeah.
Very rarely.
Yeah.
Very rarely.
Well, and do you think it's because it's so hard to make change, or you think once they get in, they're like, I don't care. I'm just going to do it.
Well, I think if you want to be really cynical,
Yeah.
I think they say a lot of things that they don't mean in order to get elected.
Yeah.
They say the things that the people want to hear in order to get elected. And then I think once they get elected, then it's like the Bill Hicks bit. There's a Bill Hicks bit where he's like, I think they take you into a dark, smoky room and they show you an angle of the Kennedy assassination that you've never seen before. And then they say, any questions? And you're like, yeah, I just want to know what my agenda is.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's a little bit of that, too.
Well, no, you're right. I mean, not about that specifically, but definitely when you get in, you see things that are just like, whoa, this is bigger.
Yeah.
Bigger has been happening for a long time, and you're just a little tiny piece that's not going to change that.
The deep state is real. And if you want a conspiracy theory that a lot of people like to dismiss, just think about it logically. If there are a bunch of people that are in charge of enormous organizations, and these enormous organizations exist regardless of who the president is, and they are in office for 10, 20, 30, 40 years, whatever it is, acquiring power, using their influence, enormous amount of support from enormous corporations, that's real. That's always been real. And you have to contend with that if you want to enact meaningful change as a politician in this country. And good luck.
Yeah.
Good luck fighting that battle.
Yeah. And when you do get in as president, there are so many jobs that you have to fill.
Yeah.
Like thousands in days, weeks, months, thousands and thousands. So you have all of these thousands of new employees that are ready to work. They have to be organized. And now they're organizing with the people, like you said, that are politicals that have been there, or they're career people that have been there through it all, through different.
And they're going to be there when you're gone.
And they're going to be there when you're gone.
And so they'll hit the brakes every time they can.
Yeah.
They'll fucking
they're like,
throw
that's not how we do
a little
it.
monkey wrench into the gears.
Yeah.
Slow things down. Make backdoor deals. Yeah.
It's just like crazy.
I've talked to Tulsi about it, and she's like, it's so nuts. There's people that are in charge of these certain offices, and they just stop you from doing what you want to do.
Yeah.
And you're like, and then you have to try to figure out how to get around it. Try to figure out how to get, and then you have to wash their back so they wash yours.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a lot. It's just a lot of every day trying to friggin'. And I'm sure it gets frustrating, and I'm sure there are days when you're like, well, I know I told the people I was going to do that one thing, and I can't do that one thing. I can't even get people to change their mind about what they're going to eat for lunch. It's like,
that's the real scary thing about AI. Is that AI is going to come along and be logical and say, let us handle this. You guys aren't good at this.
I think they're doing that now.
Don't you think they're doing that now? All this corruption, we could put a stop to it immediately.
We could weed through it.
Yeah. We could make things very efficient.
By the way, you don't think AI could weed out the people in Congress and wherever that have been...
Of course.
that have been making money on interesting...
Of course.
Yeah. It could happen in a second, right?
I don't think they're doing anything illegal currently. I think it's very questionable whether or not it's an ethical thing to do. I don't think it is. But I think as far as the legality of it, it's not like...
Illegal to invest in a company.
But no, it's not.
But
And
it's-
you ever see Nancy Pelosi when she got asked about that? It's hilarious. It's so funny. Like they caught her off guard. And do you think he's like, oh, yeah, I think they should be allowed to participate? Like, and then she like pushes the microphone away and like gets out of there. You never seen it? It's really funny.
I think so. Maybe I have. I don't know.
Jamie, pull that up. It's a fun clip. Because like, look, she's been running it like a G. Respect.
Seriously, she's been in for a
running it
long time.
forever.
She's got it down pat, man. She's got it.
There's a photo of her when she was a young girl standing next to Kennedy.
Yeah, I've seen
So
that.
she's been in this game for
Yeah, she knows what she's doing.
forever.
Yeah.
And you want to know who she is? Her and Chuck Schumer, when they put on the African garb and they got down on one knee for Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
And it turns out that the colors that they were wearing were from a specific tribe that was responsible for a lot of the slavery.
Oh.
They were the people that were enslaving people and then selling them. Then we told her that, and she just wanted to look
We
cool.
told her that. That's a tough one.
Yeah. Make sure that's true. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it is. What? You didn't listen?
Well, I'm looking for the Nancy Pelosi video.
Oh, sorry. That
I'm sure-
Nancy
I'm sure
Pelosi
that
and
she-
Chuck Schumer,
No,
when they got down on one knee with their African garb on, the garb that they are wearing is from this one particular tribe that was responsible for a lot of the slave trade.
But and by the way, that also speaks to how some things are just random, done by an assistant somewhere. That's like, I need to have something to put on, and then now
Right.
and now it looks like they've made a big statement, and it's it's like, oh no,
Right.
I didn't know.
Well, that's just kooky to do. It's just kooky to do in the first place. I mean, it's like, why are you doing that? Well, how about just say, I feel very strongly about this particular social issue, and we need,
Yeah.
less
Yeah.
racism, and we need to be
Yeah.
more equal in this country.
No, but it's about the photo op.
Does that you're getting on one knee?
Well, sometimes
Is that accurate?
sometimes when we go to
I'm trying to figure out what they're saying about it. There's a picture, but
Okay. Yeah.
people were just mad that they were wearing the stuff to begin with. I don't know.
Right. It's called kente cloth.
Yeah.
So was the kente cloth? Did it have anything to do with the people that were involved in the slave trade? Or did they wear it? Because that's what I had read online. But again, who
Could
knows
be.
how much of that's real? That's the problem. You read things and it could be horseshit. Yeah. Fact check. Yes. Hold. Go back.
It didn't say anything.
It said fact check.
Yeah, it didn't say yes.
Yes. It says yes, first word. Kente cloths were historically worn by empire involved in West African slave trade. Yeah. So that's true.
Well, it's funny because when Bobby and I travel internationally, and we might be somewhere where they wear specific clothing garments, right?
Right.
And it looks cool, and it's like we're supposed to go to a event or a function, and I will think, oh well, why don't we wear what they're wearing? Bobby's like, calm down. Just wear your own clothes.
Yeah.
Don't.
Yeah.
Don't.
Just don't.
And I'm like, well, are you sure? Because everybody's, Cheryl, just bring it down.
And definitely don't take a picture with their stuff on.
oh, no.
Theo Vaughn did that. He went to Qatar and took a picture with their, like wearing
Uh-oh.
their outfits.
Uh-oh.
And everybody's like, "You're bought and paid for." And it's like, settle down.
Yeah.
You got the Nancy Pelosi video?
No, there's multiple versions of it, and it's most of the things I'm finding are people commenting on it again
Oh,
because that's where it exists.
I'm sure you'll find it. It's out there.
But
But it's fun.
I'm sure there are a
That's
few.
it.
No,
Oh,
I mean, this was not it.
It's not
no.
it?
No, this is Yahoo Finance talking about it, and it shows 10 seconds of it, but it doesn't show her walking away like you wanted to. So I was trying to find what you wanted to see.
Let me hear it. Back it up a little and
She's tough,
back
man.
it up a little so you can hear the question.
In government should be trading. Take a listen.
Insider just completed a 5-month investigation finding that 49 members of Congress and 182 senior congressional staffers have violated the Stock Act, the insider trading law. I'm wondering if you have any reaction to that, and secondly, should members of Congress and their spouses be banned from trading individual stocks while serving in Congress?
No, I don't know to the second one. We have a responsibility to report in the stock, on the stock, but I'm not familiar with that 5-month review, but if people aren't reporting, they should be.
Look how nervous she looks.
Because this is a free market and people we're a free market economy. They should be able to participate in that.
Okay. Okay.
Right. So I guess there is some law.
Yeah, there
is some law
Insider
that they were
trading.
talking there about.
Yeah, that like you can't know about a decision that's going to be made and somehow have invested.
Right. But there's a lot of evidence that they do. And again, right and left.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
No, it's definitely not one group.
Yeah, it's not. Well, she's the scapegoat because she's the best at it. She's the G. She's top dog. I don't even
People
think
need to
she's
watch
made
and
the
learn.
most money. I think someone else had made more money, right? Wasn't
She's
it?
like 10th on the list or something.
Who's the top dog? They're the one throwing her under the bus. Put Nancy in front of the camera. She likes
Nancy.
She likes the camera. Get her out there. They're hiding.
Nancy's like, well.
Yeah, there's some guy who's like fucking middle of North Dakota.
Just taking it easy.
Yeah.
Just on his ranch.
That guy, Dave Rouser. Look at that. 149%.
Whoa.
Okay, but it says stock value, portfolio value, but it doesn't say the numbers.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's...
Right? You know what I mean? It's like if their portfolio goes up 149%, but they only have 50 grand in it, as opposed to what Nancy has in it. Hers only went up 70%. Can you imagine if you went to a fucking guy and he said he can get you a 70% return on your money, he'd be like, what's your name?
How do you know that?
What is your name so I can Google you, Mr. Madoff?
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
Yeah. How are you doing that? How are you making that much money? That's crazy.
How about 150%? That was like the top
That
one.
guy's doing good.
That guy's doing okay.
Right. But maybe he's smart. He only invests a little bit. Just a touch. Just a little bit. Just for funsies.
In AI.
Yeah. I mean, if you put in $20 and
Yeah.
you come back with 150% of $20, no one's going to get mad
Do you
at you.
gamble?
Me?
Yeah.
No, but I will.
You mean you're
I'm
ready
not
to
scared of
start?
I've
but it's
gone
not
to
like
Vegas,
you love
though.
it.
No, I don't gamble on like cards and stuff like that. I
Poker?
used to gamble on fights. I used to bet on fights. But then I really decided at a certain point in time I probably shouldn't be doing this. That was a long time ago, though. Before the UFC recently made it illegal. Not illegal, but they passed a rule saying that the people that work for the UFC can't gamble on the fights because there was a scandal involved with fixed fights where it looks like somebody took a dive for money, and then it turns out many fighters have been approached and asked to take dives, and so there's a current investigation going on.
It's just like
Yeah.
basketball.
Like everything.
The basketball thing just, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's not new.
Especially when money's involved. If you get gambling
tough.
involved. But my thought was like, I don't have any power in affecting whether or not the fight goes one way or the other. I just
Right.
have insight.
Right.
In terms of like what I think I have a more
You have a
educated
feeling.
idea of what a fighter's capable of than a person who doesn't watch fights constantly. So and also in the beginning, the early days, I had a giant advantage in that I was a huge fan of these overseas organizations like Pride and Strike Force, or not Strike Force, but Ryzen. A lot of these companies were bringing fighters over, and these bookmakers didn't know about these fighters. And I knew a lot about them. I'm like, this guy's going to fuck everybody up. Like, whatever this line is, I would tell people, like, when Anderson Silva came to the UFC, I told all my friends, I said, bet the house. Bet everything on this guy. I go, this guy's going to fuck everybody up. He's going to be the champion inside of a year. I was like, there's no one going to stop him.
And he was?
Yeah. I was like, he's too good.
But you don't want to bet on like football or something that you're not sort of.
I would. I bet a little bit.
I
But
really
I'm
want
not
you to gamble
crazy.
for some reason.
I'm not scared of gambling, but I do know that it ruins some people's lives.
Yeah.
But so do cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people, they ruin their life with Pop-Tarts and Mountain Dew. It's like,
It's true. It's gonna be if it's gonna be something.
yeah, it's
But
like.
it doesn't have to be, is what we're saying.
Right. It's the same thing as junk food. Like, I don't think
Spice.
junk food should be illegal. But I think what Bobby's doing with junk food is really important. And what he's also doing with just educating people, like, hey, like the new food pyramid.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Like, finally, it's aligned with all the real legitimate health experts.
Yeah.
Instead of this nonsense that you're supposed to mostly be eating grain like you're a fucking cow. Like, this is nuts.
Which, by the way, it Bobby's job as secretary of HHS, even something like the food pyramid, which is, I don't know how you can argue with it, but people will find a reason to be mad about it.
Yeah.
And it's no matter what he says, or sometimes the president says, even if it's something great, like favored nations drug prices.
Right.
Where they're saying for the first time, America is not going to pay more than other countries for drugs, pharmaceutical drugs. Somehow there are people out there that would be mad about it.
Yeah.
They're not going to take it.
Well, they're furious and
Be outraged.
A lot of them are probably paid off. They're paid off to be. There's a lot of paid influencers. That's one thing to take into consideration when it comes to anything. Not like foreign policy issues, pharmaceutical drug issues. There's a lot of people that are paid to have certain opinions. That's a fact.
And get it out there.
Yeah, they get it out there, and someone takes advantage of the fact that this person has a large platform, and then they say, "Hey, this fucking drug price thing is wrong. We're doing something terrible. These pharmaceutical drugs.
Terrible.
How much money they have to spend in order. We have to make sure they're profitable.
We hard on them.
Yeah, this is a crime.
Yeah.
This is a crime to make it cheaper for everybody else. Like, they need all the money.
Do you think that like influencers that are just, the people that are showing you how to do an exercise or how to do your makeup, you think those guys, somehow they get involved, right?
It depends on who they are and how influential they are. But I know that happened during COVID. They paid a lot of people to promote the vaccines.
Yeah.
They paid people.
Yeah.
To promote the vaccines, which is just...
They paid people.
That's crazy. Like, if the medicine's good, you shouldn't have to pay people to promote it.
Yeah.
Like, when was the last time you saw a influencer getting paid to promote penicillin?
I've never.
Fucking never. Why? Because it works. It's
Yeah,
good,
you
and you don't have to
convince
do
people.
that.
Yeah.
If you need it, you should go to the doctor and get penicillin. It's like tried and proven medication.
That was a weird.
It's a weird time. Weird. Super weird time. But it opened up a lot of people's eyes and, air quotes, red-pilled a lot of people.
I hear that term a lot.
Yeah,
Is there a term black-pilled?
Yes.
Oh, never saw it.
Oh, you never saw The Matrix?
No, but I've
Jesus,
seen
Cheryl,
him.
you're an actor.
I've seen him like going backwards and the bullet. It's like, okay, I get it. I got the thing. Oh wait, so red pill.
So Morpheus presents
Is that
Neo
Keanu
with
Reeves?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, Morpheus is Lawrence Fishburne.
Okay.
Lawrence Fishburne presents Keanu Reeves with two pills.
Okay.
One of them is the blue pill. If he takes this blue pill, he stays in the Matrix and he has no knowledge of what reality is all about. If he takes the red pill's reality. And he gets to see. So he takes the red pill. The red pill is reality. And so there's a lot of people that took that blue pill and, and they can't tell you what a woman is.
That's interesting conversation when you hear that.
A great example of someone who took the blue pill. When you just say, like in these congressional hearings, like Josh Hawley or these people say, what is a woman? And like someone who identifies as a woman. Okay, what are they identifying as? And it's like this weird circular logic, and they just keep going, and they don't have anything. Can men menstruate? Can men get pregnant? Yes, some men can get pregnant. Yes, some men can have babies. Yes, some men menstruate. And you're like, do you have a PhD? Are you really a teacher? Like, this is crazy.
It is.
But that's blue pill. They took the blue pill.
Is there such thing as a black pill?
Yes.
What is the black
pill?
pill mean?
We're doomed and we're fucked and everything's. They think it's all pedophiles and Satanists are running the government. And then the white pill is people who think everything's going to be great.
Oh. Can I get the white one?
Yeah, the white pill would be a good thing to take, but I don't think it's accurate. I think you want a gray pill. If they should have a gray pill that gets you like, hey, there probably are a bunch of Satanists and pedophiles in positions of high power.
Yeah.
And then there's also probably a real good chance that we'll pull through this and we'll be better than we've ever been before. That's possible. There's a lot of exciting possibility about the future of human beings. And I think the good thing and the bad thing about the internet is the free distribution of information. There's a good thing about it that I try to focus on is that more people have an understanding of how things are really working than ever before.
Yeah.
like this Epstein file thing, right? That was a big eye opener for a lot of people when you see how many people after 2008, after he was arrested, after he went to jail, were actively taking money from him. MIT took money from him and tried to hide it and said make sure that any donations from Jeffrey are listed as anonymous. So you find out like people are like they referred to him as Voldemort, like you couldn't say his name.
Wow.
There was a lot of people that met with him and did business with him and traveled with him after he was arrested, after he went to jail.
Do you spend a lot of time reading them?
No, I try not to. I try to have experts come on. I try to read. You can't change it.
Yeah.
And it'll fuck with your head.
Yeah, it's
like
toxic.
You will really get.
It'll stick with and I know I've tried not to.
Yeah.
I haven't read any of them. I do see things on the news, and I'm not saying, if I don't hear it, that means it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But it is such a toxic situation that I think it would be hard to.
It seems very dark.
Very dark.
Because it seems like it was this bizarre blackmail influence thing that was going on for a long time.
So long
time.
Through different administrations.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's so unbelievable about it.
It's
how
dark.
long it was going on.
I'm in
how
the
many
files
people.
for not going.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm in the files for not going because Jeffrey Epstein was trying to meet with me.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, and I was like, what?
I'm like, no thanks.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad?
Yeah, but I would have never went anyway. It's like it's not even a possibility that I would have went.
But
especially after I Googled him. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? This was like 2017. One of my guests was trying to get me to meet him. I was like, bitch, are you high? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
For what reason would you? What would be...
If I was a guy who was like sucking up to the rich and powerful, if I was really interested in hanging out with rich and powerful people.
You know, it's crazy. That's so crazy. But yeah, some people...
Some people get intoxicated by being in a circle of rich and powerful people, even if they're not, like, they don't even have any ambitions of being one of those people. They just want to be around them. They want to be around Nobel Prize winners. And because this guy what he was doing was very clever in that he was getting all of these very powerful and very respected people together.
Yeah.
And you would figure like, it's
if that
safe.
guy's there, if that lady's
Clinton's
there.
here. This is fine.
Right.
Clinton's here. How could this be bad?
Yeah.
Look, it's Steven Pinker. How could this be bad?
Yeah.
You know, he's a genius. Like, and so you would go, I would imagine, you would go to these, because there's people that went to these, like he had parties in New York, like he brought in celebrities and comedians. Didn't Louis Black get invited to one of those? I think he's talked about it. I know Chelsea Handler went to one of them. It's like he would bring all these people in, and he'd like to be around famous people and entertainers and a lot of intellectuals and professors. And Noam Chomsky was famously deeply involved. So it's like you would go, I guess, to these places, and that was how he would convince everybody that everything is going to be fine. Like, have you ever been invited to a party and someone tell you, hey, you should go to this party? Brad Pitt's going to be there. Like, they'll tell you that to try to get you to go.
Right.
They'll tell you about the famous people that are going to be there. Like,
I should go.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah. It is weird. Some people are really driven by that, really love the parties and the invitations.
And blindly ambitious, right?
Yeah.
They're willing to like put aside, all the possibilities of what could be awful about these people and get together with them without even a cursory Google search as to who you're hanging out with.
You can't have your assistant Google something.
How about you just do it? Just go,
it doesn't take long.
Like, hey, look what I just found out. This is kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But what's more bizarre is that there's probably, and this, I talked to Mike Benz about this. He was like explaining how this guy rose to prominence and how he got this kind of influence that he had, and he was like, "There's probably a bunch of those going on right now that we don't know about."
What people that are
like that, like
of course,
same sort of Jeffrey Epstein type situation, just someone else and
well, I mean,
doing it somewhere else, and they just haven't been caught yet.
Yeah.
Like, if he didn't get arrested, let's think about this.
Yeah.
Because his particular perversion, the darkness of it, was that he was into underage girls. He was into young girls. Imagine if he wasn't. What if he was only into girls that are in their 30s? Like, you would have never heard anything about it. What if he just hired these adult ladies to come to these parties that were already sex workers? Would you have heard anything about this?
No.
And that's the thing. Like, is that happening right now?
Right.
Did you hear about how this started in 2005? I think this is
No,
accurate.
but it's. I'm glad you're
What?
saying that because I'm.
This is crazy.
Two girls fighting.
So it started between a fight between two teenage girls at Royal Palm Beach High School in Florida. Here are the details of how the event triggered the investigation. Early 2005, two girls at Royal Palm Beach High School got into a fight during which one girl repeatedly called the other girl a prostitute or hooker. Following the fight, school administrations and parents investigated, searching one of the girls' purses and finding $300 in cash. The confession. The student initially claimed the money was from working at a fast food restaurant, but later revealed she had been paid for massages by a wealthy man, later identified as Jeffrey Epstein. This revelation led to a police investigation in March of 2005 when the stepmother of one of the girls reported the molestation to the Palm Beach police. Wow.
Wow, that's in 2005.
That was the first arrest.
And now listen to this. It says they identified the Royal Palm Beach High was identified as a focal point for recruitment, where, according to investigations, at least 15 students were lured into Epstein's Palm Beach home. Holy shit.
That's so crazy.
Now
That's in
imagine if
2005.
Imagine if those girls didn't get in that fight. Imagine if that didn't
Wow.
happen.
Yeah,
It's dark.
it's dark.
Yeah, but if that guy was not into that, if he was not into high school girls,
Right.
like if he was just into grown women who were sex workers and he ran the same operation exactly the same way, it could probably go on to this day.
Yeah.
And if everybody kept their fucking mouth shut, and if all these guys, you know,
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at
According
look
to the
at some
FBI
people that
today,
are in the.
There was nothing going on, so.
oh, FBI concluded Jeffrey Epstein wasn't running a sex trafficking ring for powerful men. File show.
So there you go.
Oh, there you go. Who says that? What's that source?
Yeah, it's going around I just found the place that was showing the headline. It was going around the internet today. I
Oh,
think the AP
today?
Yeah, the AP. It's the AP reporting it. Yeah.
Today. Oh, I thought that was. I thought that was from
this
2005.
This is like the FBI stating
I was
it
like,
today.
oh,
No, it's
that's
today.
That's the gaslightiest gaslighting shit I've ever heard in my life.
Whoa.
What do they think is going on? Just a bunch of fun, bunch of guys hanging out,
That is.
being fellas, having cocktails, talking
They
about
say
science.
They're still looking into it, but they don't have any evidence.
Oh, look into it. Maybe you should get Eddie Bravo on the case.
I'm looking into it. That is the name of his show. Crazy.
Look into it. It's so crazy. But there's probably a lot of that that's gone on forever.
Yeah.
And it's also probably a way that they can secure business deals and make sure that people do things they want to do. They have a little something over them. They do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that.
For sure.
Yeah.
This is what, yeah. I mean, that's what Epstein was all about, was manipulating people and, holding it over their head, getting them to do something.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It certainly seems like that. Certainly seems like that was a big part of it.
I mean, is it possible that people didn't know what was going on?
Maybe initially.
Yeah.
If someone got lured in like they tried to lure me in and they didn't do a Google search, and also they're meeting with this eccentric billionaire supposedly who's just not politically correct. Oh, he's a wild guy.
Which, by the way, who cares?
People care.
People care.
Weirdly, people care about billionaires.
They want to meet.
Weirdly.
They want to meet.
They want access. They think somehow or another it's going to rub off on them and they're going to be rich too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I see that. Well, you see it with celebrities, of course.
Sure.
I mean, everybody wants to be around.
Mm-hmm.
That I see it with Bobby. People want to be around him. They want to access. They want to tell him something. They want to talk to him. They want to. And it's like, well, it's intense.
Gets really weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's real weird. I think it's a natural human inclination. I think it goes back to the tribal days. You want to be around the chief of the tribe. I just think it's a normal primate behavior.
Yeah. And it makes sense that you want to be around people that sort of lift you up and give you ideas, show you something that
Sure.
Wouldn't otherwise see that.
In the best case scenario.
In the best case scenario.
In the best case scenario, you want to be around good people because you want to be around a good person. If you meet someone who's really cool, like, wow, that guy's really cool. I love being around that person. And everybody loves him.
Yeah.
Why does everybody love him? Look at his behavior. He's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Like, and then, that's good. Rubs off on everybody.
Yeah.
But also, for some people, it's just like they see someone who's very important and they want to be important. And they think being next to that person
being next to
makes them
them
important.
Just being next to them is going to do something for
Well,
them.
that's why people name drop. Right? Name dropping might be the worst strategy that's ever been conceived. It doesn't work, and yet people do it all the time. Like, it never works.
No.
Nobody ever says, well, it was over at Leonardo DiCaprio's house the other day. Leo and I are close. Nobody goes, wow, you're so cool. You're friends with Leo. No, they go, listen to this motherfucker name dropping.
Right.
Right?
It's weird.
It's weird, but people still do it.
Yeah. It's like, I was just telling my niece, it's like
Oh, you just name drop your niece.
I didn't say your name. But I was saying like a woman who has a bumper sticker that says classy lady. Oh, I don't think you are.
Yeah.
It's like if you have to, you have to tell me. You have to tell
That's
people.
a good example.
It's like, I don't think so.
Classy ladies don't have bumper stickers, first of all. What are you doing to your car?
What are you doing?
What are you doing to your car, your poor car?
Is it hard for
Classy
you?
lady's hilarious.
Is it hard for you to go out? Can you go out, or do people
It's a
just
struggle.
You are so famous that there's fame, where some people come up and go, oh hi, or, I like the thing that you did, or the thing that you do, and then there's the super famous where everybody knows you, and it's probably it's got to keep you from actually doing normal things, I would think.
It's definitely a problem. Yeah, it gets in the way, but that's what you sign up for.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily sign up for it, but it became what it is. Like, when I first started doing this podcast, I never would have, if someone told me it was going to be what it became, I might go,
Ooh, not ready for that.
I don't know if I want to do that.
That's a lot.
I like to just be like a B-list sort of weird guy on the outside. It's like, kind of keeps working, but that's it.
You're the first. You're the first person that I've ever talked to that's like, yeah, I just want to be B-list.
Oh, B-list is sweet.
It's good.
You
It's
make
a sweet
money.
spot.
Nobody knows who you are. Nobody cares.
You can go to the movies.
Oh, yeah. Nobody cares. If they see you, they say hi. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. They're not...
hey, aren't you that guy that was on that show? Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's nice.
That's
perfect.
nice. Yeah.
You can go to Disney World.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
You get to a certain level, you can't go anywhere.
No.
And that's where, you fucked up.
Well, don't run for president, by the way.
No chance. Not a chance in hell.
No, never.
Never. Not a chance in hell. Zero political aspirations. Don't listen to me. If I run, don't vote for me. Don't do it. I don't want that job. I wouldn't be good at it. I'm not designed for it. Nope.
It's a tough job.
It's a crazy job that made sense when there was 150 people and they all had muskets. It doesn't make any sense that one alpha should be involved in controlling 350 million people.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's a crazy job.
It's all a crazy setup. And by the way, elections are
hell.
The way they're set up is crazy.
Yeah.
When you're in it and you start seeing, oh, this is what you have to do, especially running as an independent, this is what you have to do for each state. It's different for each state.
Yeah.
You're just like, who made up these rules? That's
people that were trying to make sure that it was really hard to win.
Yeah. To make sure an independent.
Well, there's a thing where people are not allowed to question. That if you question, you get called a fool or you get called a conspiracy theorist. Like, hey, I think there's some election fraud. How much do you think there is? Like, when people say, I don't think the election in 2020 was rigged, I go, well, I don't have any evidence. I don't know. But if I had to ask you, what percentage of election fraud is real? I don't think you would say zero.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody would say zero.
Well, I mean,
right? Do you think there's a woman in California that recently registered her dog and used a mail-in ballot and voted for her dog to expose the fact that you could do this? And California famously doesn't allow you to show ID when you vote, which is crazy.
That's pretty crazy.
That's crazy. Like, you're not allowed to? Not only are you not asking, you're not allowed to.
You're not allowed to show it.
That seems like if I was being super charitable, I can't find a reason why that makes sense. And I've ever seen Kamala explain that, like people in poor places, they can't go to Kinko's and they can't get their ID.
I haven't seen that.
Oh, it's
Something to see.
fucking nuts.
Something.
It's like the most rambly, cockeyed answer for like it doesn't. There's no answer that makes any sense. Like, why shouldn't you have voter ID?
Yeah.
Unless you're trying to cheat. So then the question is, okay, let's say they're not trying to cheat. They just want to make it easy for people that don't have ID to vote. How much of those people are voting that shouldn't be voting? It's not zero. It's not zero. So how much of an effect did it have on the election?
Yeah.
I don't know. But here's the thing, Democrats. If that's a fact and it happened in 2020 and maybe it happened in 2024. We don't know. Maybe it'll happen again in 2028. Maybe the Republicans will lock it down now and they'll rig the elections. Do you think that's okay? I don't think that's okay.
Right. Well, by the way, remember Bush v. Gore?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's when things turned for me where I was like, I'm out. I'm not.
Shady.
It was so shady and it was so dramatic.
It took like a couple weeks to figure out who the president was. Remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Do you remember Hacking Democracy, the documentary on HBO?
No.
Ooh, it was really good because it was all about the Diebold systems. And they showed in this documentary that these systems have third-party input. So the idea was that these systems were owned by some large contributor to the Republican Party. And these machines that were in place, supposedly on this show, if I remember correctly, they showed that they can affect the election. They could change the numbers with third-party input, and they did it on the show. So on this, and so at that time, that was supposed to be evidence that the Republicans were capable of rigging the election, and so everyone was supposed to be outraged. Oh my God, they've hijacked our election process and stolen it. But then in 2020, because it was Trump, and he's such a polarizing character, that when he said that the election was stolen, everybody was like, this is an affront to our democracy. Never has a president said that the elections weren't fair. That's not even true because Hillary did it in 2016. She said that he wasn't the rightful president, that Russia helped him win.
I mean, it's been going on, I think, almost every election. I think there are people. And just like Gore v. Bush, it was like people were so outraged. And it was, we're not going to take this. This cannot be how our elections are held. And, for a moment in time, it felt like, oh my gosh, they're really going to, they're going to redo it all. And then it's every year, nothing.
Yeah.
Every year, it's people are outraged.
It seems like it escalates.
People love to be outraged.
They do.
It makes them feel like they're doing something.
They enjoy it. They seem to enjoy it.
They do.
Yeah.
Outrage.
Well, it gives you a purpose.
Yeah.
That's part of the thing of being, if you think you're an activist, air quotes, you think you're out there affecting things and you're out there chanting and screaming and carrying the signs that the NGOs had print up and you're out there and, you've got a purpose because otherwise you'd just be sitting at home watching TikTok.
Yeah.
Instead, you're out here saving the world.
And people can see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, maybe organize a group to help people get their citizenship, to help people.
Yeah.
Organize
to help people
together
would be nice.
to move things forward.
Yeah, to help people would be nice. But the citizenship thing is kind of crazy because the borders were wide open for 4 years. And they invited people into the country, essentially, helped them get in, gave them aid. And then once they're in, now the new administration is trying to arrest them and capture them. So both things are crazy. It's crazy that you did this and that you just let these people and told them, you can have a better life, come to America. And then it's also crazy that now you've got armed, masked people running up to people asking for your ID to check to see if you're an American.
Yeah.
Like both things are crazy.
Both things are crazy.
But it's just there's no pathway. Even if you've been here, like if you came over here 25 years ago and you've been a great person and you pay your taxes and you raise a family and like there's no pathway. You have to go back to Mexico or go back to Guatemala or wherever you're from. The only way to apply to do it the right way is you have to leave the country, which also seems kind of crazy. Like you've built the life here. Like,
right.
Should be some kind of amnesty. Now, I'm not saying that for people that are criminals or people that like just got here. Like there should be some amnesty. No, it's like no. Like if you were one of the people that just recently snuck across the border, like no. Like this is crazy. You haven't built a life here.
This is going to be hard to. That's a tough system.
Yeah.
Right? If some people yes and some people no, and
Oh, it's a tough system. It's definitely a tough system. It's tough. The whole thing is tough.
No, it's-
because we're a
it's
country that's
impossible.
established by immigrants.
yeah, it feels impossible.
But you can't have an open border. You can't just have anybody come through because there's going to be a bunch of criminals that come through, and you don't want that. You don't want your country to be more crime infested. You don't want your country to have murderers and cartel members just coming into the country and now getting citizenship and being able to vote and organizing. And that's crazy. That's crazy. That's a good way to destroy your country.
Yeah.
You have to have some way to vet whether or not people are good people. Yeah. But when you just let everybody in and you let 10 million people in, how do you, unless they get arrested while they're here,
Right.
what do you do? And even then, like a lot of them during the Biden administration, they were getting let go. In sanctuary cities were letting people go. They weren't.
They were overcrowded.
It's just crazy. The whole thing is crazy because it's become a part of a political pawn because they just want a bunch of people in these swing states for the census. So they get more congressional seats, and if they get these people and give them the ability to vote, now you have a built-in voter base, and you can just rig the election. You could rig it that way.
I need the white pill.
Yeah.
The what? Or the grayish white pill.
I'm handing out gray pills. We might be okay.
That being said, we might be okay. Things are headed in a pretty good direction.
It's possible that we could be okay, but there's a bunch of things that have to happen. But a bunch of things have happened that are allowed us to understand how fucked we are, which is the first step towards fixing it.
Admitting you have a problem.
The big one was Elon buying Twitter. That was one of the biggest ones of all time.
The problem.
No, the big solution.
Well, for
because
free speech.
we found out when he bought Twitter that the government had been censoring people's speech.
Yeah. You can talk to Bobby about that.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
Crazy. Censoring accurate speech by experts from Stanford, MIT, these people that were experts in their fields that say this data does not align with, what you're saying does not align with the truth. And this is what I think. And these people were silenced. They were kicked off Twitter.
Yeah.
They lost their careers.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And the government orchestrated it. That's not good. We wouldn't have known that if Elon didn't buy Twitter.
And you think people would be outraged by that. You think a lot of people would be outraged.
On both sides of the aisle.
On both sides of the aisle.
They should be.
About free speech being shut down.
But people were happy with them doing it as long as it aligned with their values.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not good. Yeah. That's not good. None of it's good.
No.
Yeah. It's like we've got to have some rock solid ethics and morals. And if we don't have that,
where do we get those?
Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus has to come back.
Please, Jesus.
If you're going to come back, Jesus, now's a good time. But if he came back, everybody like, it's fucking AI. They think we're dopes. If Jesus
Nobody
was
would believe him.
hovering over the Pentagon, please stop with this war. They're like, this is...
Nobody believes it.
Yeah, that'd be the real problem. That's going to be the conundrum. Jesus is going to come back when AI hits its full peak. And no one's going to believe. They're going to go, what?
There'll be a few. But then
Yeah.
that'll be really divided. It'll be like 3 people and the rest of the world.
It'll be the people that see like the Virgin Mary on a grilled cheese sandwich. Those people.
Which, by the way, I've seen pictures.
You never know. What a crazy thing if that's how the Virgin Mary wanted to give you a sign right on a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
I'm here to let you know.
I'm
God
just,
is real.
I'm here.
Yeah.
It's like, I was hungry. Wanted to eat that, but now what do you do with it? Put it in a baggie.
You got to save it. You can't just eat it. That's crazy.
But then what happens? And keep it. Show relatives. Keep it in the freezer.
I think we're going to need something that happens. I hope it's not something bad. Because one of the things when something bad happens is it unites us. Like 9/11.
I know, yeah.
9/11 united us.
It did.
For a small amount of time, people were pretty awesome to each other. And we realized that we're really together.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be one group of people.
Yeah.
I just hope it doesn't take something like that for us to snap out of this crazy right versus
Division.
left thing, because people just pick a side and adopt their pattern of thinking.
Yes.
They adopt whatever their values are, whatever their opinions are. They just adopt a conglomeration of other people's opinions rather than forming their own. And you can't question anything, because if you do, you get cast out.
And you have to make clear that the other side is really wrong.
Mm-hmm. And the other side's evil, and you're good.
Yes.
It's good versus evil.
It is good versus evil.
And with every election, this could be the end of democracy.
Oh, every time. Democracy is on the line. This is the... Yeah, I get sick of that one.
Yeah, Oprah said that when she was running for Commonwealth. This might be the last time you're ever allowed to vote. Like, what?
Yeah. No.
What?
Is that on the table?
Do you think people are going to tolerate that? For real? Trump's going to be an emperor? Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
What I know.
It's weird. But that's how they get people riled up and get people to vote. You gotta use hyperbole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to make people mad.
If Bobby tried to run for president again, would you tell him "fuck you"? Like, there's no way. Would you say, "Look, we did this rodeo. Enough, dude."
He's not going to run again, but
thank the baby Jesus.
If he did, once again, I'm saying he's not running, but I do feel like it would be different because before I knew it was going to be crazy. I didn't know why. It's kind of like having a baby. You know it's going to be hard, but you're not sure why until you have a baby. And then you're like, every night you're hoping your baby lives till tomorrow. And it's a different kind of stress that you had no idea existed. But with Bobby, I know now. I know what they're all up to. I've heard all of the stuff that comes out, the people that come out and they spend all day and night online, going to events, trying to get him, attack him, expose him, paint him as this or that. And it was a lot, that was a lot. And at the same time, it's so much bullshit that I know now what to expect. Like, just a lot of bullshit all day, every day. And I would know more what to pay attention to and what to concern myself with. Because before it was all coming at you every day, all day. And also my own career, my own friends, my decisions got lumped in with that. So everything changed. Everything was changing all day, every day. And I feel like the changes that have been made wouldn't have to... things have already changed. Some things have changed. So it wouldn't be in that state of chaos every day.
Right. It
would be a different type of chaos.
Yeah, it definitely
but I see why people run again. Because before, when I watched people run again, you're watching it, and it's just like it's like a dumpster fire. You're thinking, there's no way that guy is going to run again. That had to be the worst 4 year. Hillary.
Yeah.
There's no way she can run again. That had to be the worst time of her life. And then they run again, and it's that you feel like, oh, now I understand why. Because there's almost that idea of like, that's all you had. You gave your best shot. You pulled out all the stops from 1989 to, So, like, they can't say the same bullshit over and over.
Right.
So there's that part of it that's like, okay. I'm sure it's intoxicating for some people.
Yeah. Well, people like winning, too.
People like winning.
So they want to be the person that's on the TV that says the new president of the United States. They want to be that person. I fucking won,
Yeah.
That's why people want to win an Oscar. That's why people want to win everything. They want to win. They want to be the person on TV. Everybody says they're a winner.
What about all the presidents before TV? They didn't care, or I
don't know. One of the weirder presidents that was on TV was Eisenhower, because when he was leaving office, he told everybody to be careful of the military-industrial complex. He warned them on television in his speech to the Union. You ever seen that?
Mm-mm.
It's kind of crazy, because this guy's, decorated former president. He's leaving office, and as he's leaving, he's telling people to be careful. That you have to be very wary that the military-industrial complex wants to go to war, and that we have to be very wary about their influence. This is a sitting president.
Yeah.
Who's announcing it to the nation. And I think people were probably like, wait, what? Like what was that? I feel like that was in the late 50s. When did Eisenhower give that famous speech?
61.
61.
Farewell address.
It's crazy. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Let's play that, and we'll leave with this, because this is kind of nuts. Because this is, if this aired on television back then, and obviously back then there's no internet, there's no VCRs, there's no nothing. So you saw it or you didn't see it, and that was
then you heard it secondhand, and whatever opinions you get about it are from your neighbors, and that's it.
And everybody shared their opinions, and it just got washed away, and no one really thought about it until the internet came around and people were allowed to review it. So this is Eisenhower in 61.
Vital element in keeping the peace is our military establishment. Our arms must be mighty, ready for instant action, so that no potential aggressor may be tempted to risk his own destruction. Our military organization today bears little relation to that known of any of my predecessors in peacetime, or indeed by the fighting men of World War II or Korea. Until the latest of our world conflicts, the United States had no armaments industry. American makers of plowshares could, with time and as required, make swords as well. But we can no longer risk emergency improvisation of national defense. We have been compelled to create a permanent armaments industry of vast proportions. Added to this, 3.5 million men and women are directly engaged in the defense establishment. We annually spend on military security alone more than the net income of all United States corporations. Now, this conjunction of an immense military establishment and a large arms industry is new in the American experience. The total influence, economic, political, even spiritual, is felt in every city, every state house, every office of the federal government. We recognize the imperative need for this development, yet we must not fail to comprehend its grave implications. Our toil, resources, and livelihood are all involved. So is the very structure of our society. In the councils of government, we must guard against the acquisition of unwarranted influence, whether sought or unsought, by the military-industrial complex. The potential for the disastrous rise of misplaced power exists and will persist. We must never let the weight of this combination endanger our liberties or democratic processes. We should take nothing for granted. Only an alert and knowledgeable citizenry can compel the proper meshing of the huge industrial and military machinery of defense with our peaceful methods and goals.
Crazy.
It is crazy. So it's basically...
He was predicting exactly what we're dealing with right now.
Which is just like the president should be responsible for keeping our country out of war.
Yeah. And, well, also that there's a machine that wants to go to war.
Yeah.
Because that's how they make money. Because there's
Yeah.
more money involved in that than anything.
Oh, I've learned a lot about that, too.
That's scary. And
it's pretty crazy.
You don't want to be on the wrong side of that.
No.
No.
I've seen some shit, man.
I bet you have.
Like stuff I don't want to know.
Was the most disturbing thing... Well, what was the most disturbing thing? For you personally, going through all of it.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
I think, well, definitely I was worried about Bobby's safety, you know, just watching him.
Yeah. Especially, yeah.
So that, and then for me, you know, everything changed, and a lot of, I don't know, people just have, it was interesting to watch people change their attitude about me, or that I'm not the person they thought I was type of feeling, which is strange because I'm still the same person. So that was really, and still is too, a sense very strange.
Yeah, but you find out who's real.
Yeah, you do.
That's probably a good thing. It's good.
Yeah,
it's
it
good
is.
for someone to betray you like that. It's like, oh, look at you, sweetie.
See who rises to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's hard. It's painful, though.
Yeah.
You know?
It sucks if you really like that person and all of a sudden.
Yeah. Yeah. And, and also just people that don't know you that they assume things that aren't true. I mean, I sound ridiculous. It's like, okay, get in line. But it's different. I just did not expect politics to be such a part of my life.
Yeah.
I'm still shocked. But but it's everything's good now. But there were times, and there still are times. But really, Bobby's safety was the most stressful. Every day, all day. Now he travels with the marshals, and then and even when he was running, and that's why I do write my book, Unscripted, that he was trying to get Secret Service protection for so long and was denied, which is also
right while I was running. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
It was crazy.
And
then the Biden administration is like, nope.
No.
Yeah. Everybody else, you can have it, but not you.
So crazy.
Yeah.
And then he did get Secret Service after the assassination attempt on President Trump. But it wasn't for very long because the election was, close anyway. But just that, just having Secret Service and security around you all the time is crazy. And you learn, and also, what's disturbing, like you learn what to look for and what to do in an emergency and what, things that you would never really, things that you wouldn't think about. But then now you walk into a room and you look at people and you're like, okay, that guy's sweating a lot for no reason. You look to see what's suspicious, what's going on, and you see things differently, and it's just like
you have to have your guard up for the kooks.
Yeah, a lot of kooks.
Yeah.
There are a lot of kooks.
Yeah, and this is a conversation we had recently. Like, I think they've weaponized those kooks. They make these people think that they're doing something important.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of talk like that. Like, someone needs to step up and do something. Like, what? What are you saying? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck are you saying?
Right. Yeah.
Like, imagine advocating for that and thinking you're on the good side.
Yeah. You should do something.
Yeah. That the only
Take
solution
matters
is
into your own
assassination.
hands.
Someone needs to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm glad we're leaving this on a high note.
Yeah. Well, it is an undeniably bizarre time. This is a bizarre time. And again, I think it's uniquely bizarre today because we know more about what's really going on than ever before.
Yeah.
We know more about the behind the scenes stuff than ever before. And just there's
Yeah. But it's about who do you believe? That's the thing. Well, once again, that's why people really like your show, because you're not trying to win anything. You're not trying to get anything. That's why people really respond to it.
I think people need some kind of uncensored, uncontrolled discourse.
There's hardly any out there.
No. Most of it is controlled by advertisers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just not good.
Yeah.
All my friends who do shows where they're on some sort of a show, like you get notes. People come in, you got to cut this out, can't talk about that, don't bring this up, this is going to piss off that company, this is going to do this. It's like, it's not good for us.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing about the internet. Like, this is a thing that they never saw coming. And this is what's so important about Elon owning Twitter. He just turned it into the Wild West. Like, go crazy.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we need. That's the only you get a lot of bullshit. There's a lot of everyone's going to get tricked a few times, but for the most part, reality resurfaces. So that's our white pill.
I'm gonna try to remember that. For the most part, reality resurfaces.
Yeah, and when you try to squash it for a long time, no matter what, eventually it pops up. And
Yeah.
you go, oh, this is real.
Yeah, because there's only one truth, right? There are a lot of different lies. But then one truth, and if it, like you're saying, keeps coming up, it's really hard to deny.
Yeah, the problem is like with government, the truth is so difficult to understand. There's so much going on. There's so many moving pieces. You're like, okay, well, why is that happening? Well, who's doing that? Well, why is that?
Yeah.
Why'd they make that decision in the first place? Well, what happened to that ruler? How did he get kicked out of office? We funded that? Like, oh, God.
Yeah.
And it's just the rabbit hole goes so deep.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why people get so obsessed with all this stuff, because you could lose your mind just chasing down every single story.
Yeah. Or just make a new one.
Make your own.
It's easy. It's easier for them. Just make a new one.
Yeah, you could
Then you don't have to
definitely make one
worry about the facts
Yeah.
and what's real. It's just like, oh, did you hear about?
Unscripted. You did the audio for it?
I did.
That's
My sister
awesome.
says to play it like at least one speed faster.
Your sister's telling you has like a subtle way of
she's
her
like,
saying you're boring.
Why are you talking so slowly?
Oh, that's funny.
But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I think it. Of course, I think it's interesting because I wrote it. But yeah, there's definitely stuff about Curb, stuff about the Bobby, the politics, Bobby before politics, Bobby after politics. It's great. It's a wild ride.
All right. Well, thank you very much,
Thanks,
Cheryl. I
man.
really enjoyed
Thank
talking
you,
to you.
Joe.
It was a lot of fun.
Me too.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.